Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network. Welcome to another live stream. Welcome to Wednesdays, the Night of Hope, with a little bit of AEW Dynamite tonight. Grand Slam Mexico. We got lots to talk about, lots to get into. It's going to be a fun one here on the channel. Make sure you get in that chat, blow it up, and let us know what's on your wrestling mind. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you AEW Dynamite Grand Slam Mexico from your neighbors, maybe not mine, but the neighbors from the South. We're looking forward to this one. A stacked card, lots to talk about, lots to get into. We're heading towards All In, and as always on a Wednesday, we hope that it's a good show. We can organize some of this stuff. We can get into a better mode of storytelling. Now, a lot going on. I mean, we're going to talk about the Continental Cup, which I'm not a fan of. We're going to talk about the Continental Classic, which, I mean, is down the road. But we're heading towards All In. And we need this to kind of feel good. We want it to feel good. There's no MJF on this build. We're still working on the Kenny Will stuff. How will that look? How will some of the things we get tonight, work into that? We will see, folks. But blow up that chat, click all the buttons, like, share, subscribe, hit the hearts, let everyone know you're having a good time here at the Wrestling for Life Network. As always, it's going to be a good show tonight. If you don't know who I am, well, I'm Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. Happy to be back at it again. Big shout out to Nick and Anthony, who are resting for tomorrow's big TNA. Lots going on the TNA world, or in the TNA world. So they will be here to break that all down tomorrow night. Of course, we're back on Friday for SmackDown, and then we got more wrestling coming your way, heading towards huge shows. And make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, make sure you share. It's really nice. The nicest thing you can do for us, take our link, pass it around to anywhere you talk wrestling, Facebook, anywhere, Twitter, Instagram, all the stuffs, Blue Sky even. If you're on that, share our link. But let the world know about the Wrestling for Life Network as we bring you all the reaction to all the action and getting ready for tonight. Now, I did say tonight's card's going to be a bit stacked on paper. Whether there's story with it or not, or it fully makes sense or not, there is some good stuff going on. Speedball's going to take on Fletcher. Should be a fun match. We'll see how that goes. Andrade, Tommaso Ciampa, and Laredo. Oh, no, it's Commander. My bad. They're going to be in a match. We'll see how that goes. We got an 8-man tag, the Death Riders, the Bucks, and all types of people. We'll just shove them all in there. But Edge and Christian are going to be the other two. Persephone taking on Stat should be a fun match. We'll see how this one looks. I'm looking forward to that. Another multi-man match with the trios titles back on the line. We saw the Demand win them last week, and now Hangman Page, who cannot go for the world title, has decided to team up with Brodito, and we will see what that looks like here tonight. Again, interesting. Bum, bum, bum. The TBS champion is going to be in a trios match. Mercedes and Double D's taking on Willow and the Birds. So, again, a multi-people match, but it all kind of, I don't mind a trios match or a tag match, to kind of keep the singles element away from each other, but still get a taste of what we could get at the pay-per-view and try and build through that. So, again, and then another trios match as more Callis family, Mystico, Darby, and why the hell is Jericho in this position? Anybody? Oh, wait. Anybody got some suggestions? How did Jericho end up here? I don't get it. I really don't fully understand it. It makes no sense. But in typical Jericho fashion, he somehow, who is kind of the most over guy in CMLL? Mystico, okay. Who should we get to partner with him? Jericho's got it, because why not? I mean, again, maybe it's just a coincidence, guys, but a lot of these coincidences seem to take place around Chris Jericho, who just went over on Ricochet, who just went over on Ciampa. I don't get it. Again, another example of maybe the booking is not helping this company, but we will talk more about that as the night goes on, folks. This match, I hate just the fact that we're heading towards All In. Osprey's been through a lot. You need some time for him to kind of build. I want more story from this. A street fight versus Mark Davis makes no sense. No sense. A street fight against Pac, who they kind of tease some tension with, that makes sense. Mark Davis in this position, I don't understand it. Now, if you're in the chat and you can hear my voice, you let me know. Does it make any sense? Does it feel right? Why what are we going to do with Osprey? You're risking him, getting hurt. I think, again, the story's important here. And these meaningless matches are crazy to me. But that's it. That's what I got on my docket here tonight. You guys can let me know what you're looking forward to. Let me know if I missed anything that came out late. But that is my lineup. I will say hello to the people and do roll call in a moment. But let me know. Are you excited for All In? Are you excited with the build? Are you happy with the Wednesday night shows? Do you feel like people have it all wrong and the build to All In has been great and the storytelling's been wonderful and the Death Riders aren't so shitty? Let me know what you think. Again, like I said, always curious how the fans feel about the product. And again, it's not just always our opinion that kind of sinks in and lands. So you let us know out there how you feeling about AEW right now. But that all being said, as we are about 6 minutes away from the start of the show, folks, top 3 from last night, Spaz, Damien, and Tay. Shout out to the 3 folks for that. Make sure you get in the chat. The more you chat, the more points you get. Super chat, super stickers get you a bonus. So make sure you do not forget those, as well as your jewels. We will accept jewels. If you have them, we will accept anything. But without further ado, I will get to the chat. As Zach always in nice and early. National Oyster Day. That's a tough one. That's a hit and miss. Oysters and aphrodisiac, so if you want to get in the mood, a little oyster's not a bad idea, not a bad shout. But anyone out there a big oyster fan? The Blue Oyster Cult, maybe? I don't know. Maybe not one of the better days. Afternoon all. Seen reports. TNA has signed Gabby Forza. The Gnome. Nomi. Good or blah. Ken, I know Big Nick out there is a big fan of Gabby. She's been good on the independents. She's fun. She can go. I think with them losing more than they're gaining at this moment, I think this is an okay signing with upside, with potential. She can become something. And I feel like maybe the fans kind of get behind her because she's a bit quirky and unique and kind of know me. So, yeah, very interesting. As it was reported, Mara Sade is no longer with them. We've watched other knockouts leave. Part of their creative team has moved on. Guys like Eric Young aren't there anymore. So EY's out. TNA is in interesting times. Tomorrow's going to be a fun night. Again, they seem to be building momentum within the show. Fans are tuning into the show. The numbers are growing nicely. I think that's a sign of optimism. But on the roster, they've gone through one of the most turbulent times in recent memory for TNA. I mean, they've always had transition. They've always had people in and out. They did a lot of short-term contracts. That's nothing new. But right now, it feels a little different of just so much in flux. So, again, as long as the show can draw people in and you don't lose too many and you're bringing back in some talent, it's not going to hurt. Eric, oh, by the way, Ken, that was from you. Eric, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back. Happy birthday to Maureen McCormick, a.k.a. Marcia from the Brady Bunch. Yeah, I read it. Basketball legend Patrick Ewing. And, of course, the Lioness, Nikita Lyons. Nikita, happy birthday. Did she bring the cake to her own party? I don't know how that works. J1, welcome back. What's up, KJ? Rey Mysterio announced, excuse me, Rey Mysterio announced a tournament featuring luchadors from Raw, SmackDown, AAA, and the winner to face Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight title on Raw in Mexico City. Why not? I mean, some people are going to criticize. They criticize everything. You're doing a show in Mexico City. People, I'm one of them. I complain that Roman takes too much time off. I got no problem with this. You're going to set up a little tournament. You're going to highlight the lucha style. You're going to highlight cruiserweights. Should mean good matches. And again, we don't expect whoever to win this to beat Roman, but just winning the opportunity to be in the ring with Roman Reigns is the win unto itself. It'll be very curious to see who's in this tournament and who might come out of it. I know there's been some rumors that Penta might be the guy that has a match with Roman. So we'll see. We'll see how this looks, guys. I don't hate it. And anyone that's mad that they're going to put Roman Reigns on a Raw in Mexico City, I mean, why not? I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, similar to tonight, right? AEW's in Mexico, and it's the Grand Slam, so it's a bigger show. The card looks solid. On paper, the card is solid. The delivery will matter, but no different. So you're going to do a Raw in Mexico City. You can't fault them for saying Roman's going to have a match, and it's going to be a unique match. It's going to be a match that we probably haven't seen before. So, I mean, strap in and strap on. I don't hate it. Let's go. Yawn Dynamite. Sup. So I got to speed up. I got about a minute as I see Damian Mega, Ronan, Devin, Almighty Pop's back with him. Mega's back with us. Paul's always here causing trouble. Jake OTC, Almighty Pop, I think I said your name. Reader, always a pleasure. Go check out our Facebook. He's killing it. Maddie, my buddy from down under. Spark him if you got him. I clearly sparked them, and I maybe sparked too much. I can't comment all night long, and I've never been in the top 3, but trust me, hey, you got to keep going. You got to keep going, but spamming kind of might hurt you, so make sure you're staying on point, sir. Let's go. Dun, dun, dun. Jose, our current predictions champion. How you doing? I mean, would be the closest, like, Roman having a match with, like, Rey Mysterio. Like, would that be the closest ever? I'm curious. I can't think of much. But ladies and gentlemen, if you want to sync up at home with me, I am getting 14 plus. We got music. We got the crowd. And let's go. The Lucha from Detroit starts the show. All right. Show's kicking off. If you want to dial in with me, you can do so, and we can watch it all together, folks. Should be a fun one tonight. Like I said, the card's looking good. Clay Lewis. I'm going to run back through in case I missed some people. Bonkers, rather see Speedball. I mean, I like Fletcher a lot, but I'd rather see Speedball go after Kevin Knight. To me, that's the story that you could have told for weeks, right? Like, I mean, when Kevin Knight goes heel, it's screwed. As you think, you think you know me. As Lucha Edge. All right, we're starting the show with an 8-mount tag. The crowd is going ballistic. How we doing on a Wednesday night, folks? Who wins? ENC Bucks. Oh, CNC, I guess. I'll get used to it one day. It's always Edge to me. They will be taking on the Callis family or parts of the... Oh, no, the Death Riders. I lied. So that shall be interesting. Did I lie again? Yeah, some of the bookings a little bit confusing. Some of the positions people are in and some of the fights we're having don't necessarily line up with some of the stories they've been trying to tell. But this should be a fun match. The crowd is alive tonight. So if this crowd keeps this energy, we're in for a fun one. Let's go. So Edge gets a full entrance. They don't even do like a half entrance. Edge gets a full entrance, and Christian will come out second. They're teaming up with the Bucks. Get your votes in. Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Of course, the Bucks are going to take on CNC. I just don't quite understand why the Death Riders are having this match. Do you know what I mean? Is that a fair question? Why are they here? What are we doing? How did we get here? It's Wednesday. You know what that means. Let's go. AEW Grand Slam. Bradley, let's go. By the way, Bradley, I saw your note. I fixed it. I hate AEW. All right, Paul, at least you're being honest. You're putting on Front Street. I get it. As we're getting to sing along, the Mexican crowd knows this jam. I mean, it's pretty cool. I can't hate it. Oh, the pyro guy was late to the button. You notice he was supposed to... Yeah, no, they missed it. They missed it. However, a very cool start to the show, and I've been very critical of their openings for the last month. I think this is the best open to the show I've seen from them in ages. So let's go. I love when there's energy in the building. What's up, guys? Hoping for some great matches. I already know the crowd's going to be great. Pop, you're not wrong. As here comes Christian, as we got to navigate these stairs. We got stairs. Spazzer, 10 bones in the bucket. Thank you, sir. Hey, everyone. No State of Wrestling tonight. Just kicking back and watching KJ do it like no other. More announcements coming Friday. Hey, KJ, can we get any more pile of people matches tonight? Oh, my God. It's just shove everybody in. Again, on paper, you're like, holy Christ, there's a lot happening. There is a lot of, like, I don't quite understand why the Death Riders are fighting in this match. The Death Riders have issues with other people. You could have used other people that have had issues with Edge and Christian or the Bucks. But c'est la vie, the match, we'll see how it is. Now, a match involving Moxley, I'm nervous. But here come the Young Bucks. So I appreciate it, sir. Let's go. All right, well, I'm glad you're tuning in. Bum, bum, bum. Is Claudio in this match? Remember, that was the CMLL heavy champ last year. I do not believe so. Hilarious. Garcia, Yuta, Pac, and John. So no Claudio. Valid point, Pop. That's a good question. Cope looks like a chain smoker that eats. Pardon me. Speaking of issues, that eats healthy. That's jokes. Like a vegan smoker. So I got all the pasties. Yankees got rained out. Buffalo looking like a whole vacation right now. Let's go. ENC on the team Rushmore. Yeah. I mean, what? 12 titles in multiple companies. Even if I don't love some of their AEW stuff as far as the run goes, still doing it at longevity. Great story from Edge. Christian's underrated. I think he's a guy that deserves more flowers than he got. He's a guy that, I mean, if he walked into WWE tomorrow, I'd have no problem with him being there because I think he adds value to the show. I think with really strong production, he'd be even better. But here come the Death Riders. No way. It's El Grande. Not El Grande. This is definitely a 3-hour show. So somebody had told me, and I haven't seen proof, but so this is marketed as a 2.5-hour show. Now, if we overrun the overrun, how is that going to work out? Boston, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back. This whole thread got me crying. Oysters the size of your hand is wild. Y'all living different out there. Size of your hand. Who's eating those? What are we doing? Guys out here just shoving their face in the whole oyster, but that's a different joke altogether. They going stupid French. They lost it. Again, I feel like Moxley pulls things down, but that's just me, apparently. Batch, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Luch Edge. Edge, it's not Edge, it's dope. What is Moxley doing right now? Okay, so now they're talking about the Continental Cup. I'm going to say this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. As a wrestling fan, as a day one AEW fan, I absolutely hate the idea of the Continental Cup. I think it's dumb. I think it's lazy. I think it's again, you have a Continental Classic. Like you, I feel like there is this concerted effort to water down everything you do, even some of the good stuff. Oh, you know what? The Continental Classic tends to deliver really good matches. There's no interference. You kind of let the wrestling speak for itself. Perfect. But then you run back like this single elimination randomized tournament. It's as lazy as it sounds, right? But ladies and gentlemen, we are about to get the start of this one. I do believe there is a poll up. 72% of the crowd is loud. The Bucks and the champs are getting 72% of the vote, so let's see how this looks. It really wouldn't make sense unless the Bucks and the champs can't get along, and the Death Riders, because they love giving Death Riders W's, as we get a brawl, kind of. Here we go. Everybody's fighting. We almost had a tag team match for like 30 seconds. And then go. So my guide says this goes till 10:30. I guess. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. One thing I will say is this arena is packed, and it is the way it's set up looks great. Great vibe, great energy. I like different. So like seeing the stairs with the screens on each side. I mean, not usual, but I kind of like it because it's not usual. Good. Again, I agree with you, sir. And that's why the smaller venues, when full, hit so well. And they'd be better served with that. If you could make up the smaller room better, and it sounds like 10,000 people there. And that's what it sounds like right now. I don't know what the attendance is, but it sounds like 10,000 people. As Ed's just laughing, as everyone's flying everywhere. And Ed's like, hey, I used to do that stuff. As we go to picture in picture, folks, how you feeling tonight? Make sure you blow up this chat. Make sure you click the buttons. So we always want to see triple digits hanging out with us each and every night. We want to keep seeing the channel grow. Edge has been my favorite wrestler since 1998. I was a huge Edge fan. I don't kid. Like I got no problem with Edge. Think he's a great guy, proud Canadian, yada yada yada. I think he kind of got lost in the sauce a little though. And some of the stuff. Like, I mean, we could have probably told him he was going to break his legs before he did the spot that broke his legs, So, I mean, I don't fault him. He's taking a big swing at it. Some of it's not his fault. Some of it's just kind of the weird how the booking worked out. Him and Edge, him and Christian being champs, I mean, in this company, it gives them name value, gives them notoriety. So there is a value there. It's just crazy to think 2026, Edge and Christian are champions. The Hardys are tag team champions. It's crazy times. Punk's still got a belt. What is happening? What's up, Anthony? How you doing? How are you tonight, Anthony? Making sure I got to you. Ronan, welcome back. Wrestle Rants, always a pleasure. This setup looks good, and the crowd is starting off hot. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, if you build tonight as far as, you know what, this is about tonight. This is about Grand Slam. We'll worry about more of the storytelling or the build to All In next week. I can be okay with that. And then we have energy all night, and it feels like a really great Dynamite. My fear is you have this hot crowd, good energy, and then we're going to muck it up a little and maybe take some wind out of the sails. What up, Mega? House of Glory show of the year, high intensity, Could we do that with SmackDown? We'll definitely keep an eye on it. Definitely try, Damien. I like it. Young Bucks are most impressive tag team and always change. W with the times. Frankie, I'm sensing. I don't see an emoji, but I'm sensing sarcasm. Maybe I'm sensing some sarcasm here. Yeah, I mean the Bucks are just. At what point do you stop calling them the Young Bucks? Are they just become the Bucks? Maybe. As it looks like everybody's in one corner. Oh, Moxley's raining down fists. Oh, look, he's putting his hand. Oh, what a loser. Oh, we got the biting. He sucks so bad. Sucks. He ruins everything for me. He is the pickle that I didn't ask for on my sandwich. It is fucking gross. KJ got that one. Damien, welcome back. ABJ, welcome. KJ felt that one. Let's go. A 3-hour tour. Oof. We'll see how this looks. Mexico crowds are on 9.9 out of 10. If I was booking, I'd go multiple times a year. If not, have a weekly show there. I mean, yeah, maybe more than once a year for sure, if this is kind of the vibe. As right now we got the one buck, everyone else is missing, and the Death Riders are just doing that clothesline spot into the suplex, into a figure four. Where are the baby faces? And the crowd boos. Road Warriors and Midnight Express are locks for Tag Team Rushmore. Yeah. I mean, it would be hard to argue, Ken. I mean, there's going to be a lot to kind of break down, but where would the Hardys fit in? Where do the Dudleys fit in? Midnight Express is a fair shout. Road Warriors is a fair shout. Nick Jackson, springboard, arm drags both men down as he's dragging for a tag to Mox, except that's not your team. Oh, Mox realizes and reaches out for the right guy. And we get a hot tag. Here comes Edge. Smart. Hot tag to Edge. The other two baby faces are still MIA as Edge running wild. Why do we have Strong O'Reilly in the Continental Challenge in round one? Because they can. I think we got 2 members of the conglomeration and 2 members of the Callis family to solidify the random draw. So, of course it's random because teammates are fighting each other. So, it's interesting, and I get where you're going with that, Cherokee, but I think that's why they did it. Strong O'Reilly should be a great match. Vape, never. Ew. Has an Arena Mexico had like 23 sellouts in a row. It's smart for AEW to go there. Big crowd for sure. As Christian just wailing on Moxley and the crowd goes nuts. Crowd's with it. Super kick. Moxley's so bad. Moxley gets up, walks to his spot, gets kicked back in, not selling, just looking over his shoulder for the next move. Crowd goes wild as we get double 619s, and Edge and the Buck fuck it up because they didn't think that through. And Moxley still sucks. Did I mention Moxley's not good? No selling moves is what Moxley is doing. He sucks at his job. If he was an Uber driver, he's getting 1 star. Like, he sucks at his job. He'd be the guy that burns the fries at McDonald's. Like, he's bad. Worst lineup ever for the Cup. It's just random. And I know me and Nick are going to debate this for the next while, but Nigel McGuinness, that's what we really want to see in 2026. Eddie Kingston, great. It's going to be good times. None of the young, possibly over talent. Brian Cage, which I could do without Brian Cage to this point. Like, Brian Cage to me is like EC3. Just, Ryback. Like, they're all in it. Like, no one cares. And this is the people we have to watch in this thrown together cup in the randomizer, like Guy Fieri. Like, what are we fucking doing? What are we doing as Edge blocks the paradigm shift? Execution. Oh, Impaler. My bad. KJ, could we? I think you've asked this at least once, or I keep going back. Is there a glitch in the Matrix? What is happening? Definitely try. Continental Cup is redundant. It's redundant and unnecessary at a time where you should be building stories, where you should be putting so much effort into creativity. This is just a lazy in the way thing. As Marina, oh my God! Oh my God! And Excalibur even doubles down. The crowd goes wild. So Shafir slapped Christian, and Christian punted her. And Excalibur pointed out that's a certain kind of punt that they're not allowed to say. I think you at home can figure it out. And if anyone puts it in the chat, I'll put you in the penalty box. He kicked her in the kitty. I don't know if that's allowed. he just. Oh, nice. Selena Del Sol. DDT, this is hot heavy. If you like spots, you came to the right place. How we feeling, folks? I hate that Edge is with AEW, and I'm sorry, I just can't. I hear you, bro. I'm not in AEW because I'm not invested in it whatsoever. None of the matches, none of the wrestlers, none of it. I just don't care. I watch to make fun of it. That's you're allowed to do that, Adrian. Big spear on Moxley. And that is the biggest, I think, hurdle that Tony Khan has to get over is make people care. There's a small group of people that care, and you got to find a way to make more people care. And if the answer is, we don't care about that, then you're not what you say you are. Here comes Pac. By the way, the ref's distracted, and down goes a buck. Roll up by Moxley. And Moxley pins Edge. Dear Tony Khan, do you really not care about your company at all? So we get a roll up. Moxley gets the pin. The Bucks and Matt and Edge, Copeland bumped into each other, and Moxley gets a roll up pin. Yeah, oof. I don't even know what to say. I'm so sick of Moxley. People talk about Cody fatigue. I am Moxley exhausted. Just exhausted with this fucking guy.
What kind of shit is that?
I don't know. How do we feel about that? How do you feel about the match? Edge had a storytelling after his injury and a return, and he comes back to lose to the guys like Moxley. Yeah, I hear you, man. Again, as a fan of Edge, it's not my favorite. And now they're going to go out. They're going to All In just to give the belts to the Young Bucks. And again, to TK's little puppets, they get everything they want. So they bring in talent. And, Edge and Christian, check them off the list. The Hardys, check them off the list. The Briscoes, check. FTR, check. MCMG, coming soon. Like, for them, it's just, then when they stop wrestling, they can say, we beat every great team, ignoring the fact of how it all came to be. Right? That's all I feel like this is. But Christian walks out, leaves Edge behind, and the Bucks and Edge aren't happy with each other. Honorable mention to Harlem Heat. Yeah, again, another phenomenal tag team. 10-plus championships. One of my favorite things about WCW when I first became a WCW fan was just around, I think we still had G.I. Bro when I first started watching. But when they got into Harlem Heat, I was such a big fan. As now we get a video package, Will Ospreay and Kenny, and I will applaud them. They got into a match. The match had a lot of action. Now you do your little video package. Good job, Tony. That's good. Moxley pinning Copeland is not good. I hate it. Mexico been eating good in the Big 26. Yeah, they're gonna be, amped up for AAA and what they're doing as well. So I mean, good times. Ricky Sosa versus Casey Navarro as well tomorrow. Damien, I'm very excited for high intensity. Is it me or does the show have better energy than Forbidden Door? Way better. 100% has better energy than Redemption. Redemption had no energy. Like a lackluster pay-per-view that people are still trying to act like it wasn't, but it was lackluster. It was not energized at all. This has such a good vibe already. Again, a messy match, a kind of typical Bucks match. I wish we could do some more traditional tag team stuff, but a fun match. You're building the story. So yeah, anyone but Moxley gets the pin. I think Pac should be the leader of the Death Riders. Mox sells nothing, does nothing, thinks he's cool and he's not. But you've heard that all before from me. Tony loves him. Evening, folks. How you sold out and it's gaps in section. Oh, how you sold out and there's gaps in the section? I was wondering that. What was like Nair, welcome back, by the way. Are some people just getting popcorn? Is it sold out as in the tickets you distributed sold? So wait, there's 1,238 people there? No, that can't be right. So I'm wondering, like, is that how that works? Like, we gave out 4,000 tickets and 4,000 people showed up, so that's a sellout, even if the venue holds 25,000. Interesting. I don't know. I did notice that, though. Triple super kick. All right, I'm catching up. It's Wednesdays. We click a lot of chat messages around here on Wednesdays. How you know? I don't know. I wish I knew. Why does the Brian Cage bird sing? Is there a punchline? There's got to be a punchline somewhere. Leo Rush should have been in the cup. Facts. The cup, to me, if you're going to do the cup, see, I think what I'm really struggling with lately with AEW is you're creating these moments and these tournaments and these storylines, and you're not really doing it to benefit the future of the company. You're not doing it to really get new talent over. It feels like you're doing a lot of shit to appease the old standing roster. We are, 7 years into this bad boy? At what point, like, people are talking about, too much bloodline. Oh, we're back at the bloodline. What inning? Oh, I'm so, tired of Cody. Oh, here the Fed doing what they always do. This has been 7 years of the same shit. And some of these matches, for example, Ospreay and Kenny, is only happening because of a history that exists mostly outside of this company, right? So you build this cup, and it doesn't feel like you're using, oh, we got this tournament, and we're going to get a new young talent over, right? Like we talked about the Roman Reigns tournament with the Lucha Stars. Okay, that's a chance to highlight a bunch of Lucha talent, something different style matches, a different vibe. I'm good with that. But if you do a Continental Cup just so Moxley can fight Eddie Kingston and say he won the cup, what does he get if he wins the cup? Just a trophy in addition to the belt? And then does he have to it's all so contrived, but it all feels like it's made for and it's set to appease the older guard. Jericho out here beating Ricochet in 2026? That doesn't make any sense. Jericho beating Tommaso Ciampa, who you just brought into this company, who could be a top guy, who could chase a really good champion babyface and be a good heel or be a good champ. Speak of the devil, and his entrance looks amazing with this stage. But you're telling me Jericho should be picking up wins against those type of guys on pay-per-views? If Jericho wants to get a win in the second match of a 3-set, fine. But you Jericho's supposed to be there putting talent over, right? Like, I don't get it. I don't think Jericho realizes he's the Miz of AEW. That his job is to have good matches, which he isn't, and put other guys over, which he also is not. Therefore, the Miz is kind of better at his job than Jericho is. But Jericho wants pushed like a young, spry up-and-comer. Moxley wants pushed like a young, spry up-and-comer. And this whole, like, I don't want to upset Moxley has pulled down Ospreay. Ospreay could have had a Dynamite run with a backpack, with the rocket strapped to his backpack, and Moxley has pulled him down. Pulled it all the way down. As Ciampa coming out with the American flag, by the way, as a cape. Looks like he's got American water wings. Commander. Okay. And listen, I'm not even going to hate on the fact that Commander's having a match. I understand why you would book Commander at Grand Slam Mexico. I get that. I'm good with that. What I don't get is Chris Jericho, in the other match at all. All right. So the question becomes, folks, who wins? Who wins? We take a prediction and a vote for every single match. We take a rating out of 10 at the end of every night. So get in that chat. Let us know how you feel. We always want to know how the wrestling world is feeling. But yeah, we're getting set for a triple threat. And if this is the plan from Tony tonight, is just keep sending matches out there, thumbs up. It may be the best strategy he's had in a while, and he might actually have one of the better Dynamites of the year. How you know? We're about to find out. Oh, okay. So we're getting a little bit of special vibe for Andrade here, which is really cool. LOL. Let's go. Yeah, help me, Smalls. Andrade without the mask. How do you know? How'd you know? Chica Pet? Jesus. Christian definitely fought girls growing up. Facts. Facts, bro. I can't believe he kicked her in the kitty. And then Excalibur in his infinite wisdom referred to it as a blank punt. Rhymes with punt. It's too funny. I mean, again, it's so hilarious, right? I like Christian. I think there's a ton of value in Christian. And for whatever reason here, he's just, fuck it, I'll do whatever I want, and who's going to tell me not to? As Andrade has his jacket removed. Kitty punt. Yeah. Unreal. He kicked the kitty. Didn't you ever see that fucking doc? Don't mess with cats. Don't F with cats. What are you doing? I just got out of the bathroom. What the hell did I heard? I'm not lying. AEW is a bad accident. You can't look away. It's facts. And at times you blend it where you're not sure if you're offended or entertained, right? Not many shows. The dude leans off and kicks someone in the cooter. Just going to say that. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that. I feel like it's a mild way to put it. But we'll go back to Kitty just in case I'm not allowed. Which need to be because Edge. Okay. Bunch of guy doing move on shoulder for the hell of it. This match sucks. That's the dilemma. And if you are a person who likes good pro wrestling, you get really upset at this. Bash, I know I agree. It's a hard pill to swallow sometimes. And like Nair just said, a lot of times we can't look away. Mox gets the pin once again, of course. Iron Moxley here. Iron Mike Moxley can't lose. The crowd screams for Edge, yet they give the win to Mox, right? Because they're trying to build the fact that the Bucks and Edge and Christian have issues and they bumped into each other. Okay. X Mox did. I tried to do that in my head, Guardian, when I said it. I'm exhausted from Moxley. X Mox did. It's hard. So Andrade setting it up. The crowd's going insane. Can we chant? Yeah, I wish. I wish we had a button we could hit when they're doing bad shit and tell us, go over the big speaker. We'll pipe in our reaction. Commander. Hilarious. Commander breaks up the babyface's big move and then plays to the crowd, and the crowd didn't react. They're like, oh, shit, what'd you do, bro? I've hit my Mox max. Yeah. I'm maxed out on Mox for sure. Moxed out. Sebastian, welcome back. Again, I love AEW. I want AEW to do well. I want it to figure it out. I think it was once upon a time a better program that was doing better numbers. I think Tony is too heavily invested in the wrong people. The wrong people are getting pushes. The wrong people are sitting at home. And you're never going to grow your audience building around the wrong guys. And you're holding better people back. And I think because the lack of tier system, you want to keep everyone level for ego's sake, that the company doesn't progress. Right? You're not challenging for progression. You're almost petitioning for status quo. Andrade with the Cornito. Down. You heard me. Down on Commander. Flexing. He's going to look for a kiss. These girls are hilarious. Andrade's never been with a 10, but he has met five twos. My God. All right. Boom, baby. Got that one. Moxie pulls it out. That's gross. Gross. I don't even want to hear that shit. Gross. The crowd is filtered in. Listen to it. They interesting. They sound loud as fuck. So maybe you're right. Is it does the piped-in crowd sound English? Is that the problem? Same thing is going to happen to the New Day. Get beat by the old Bucks. I feel like, yeah, they run that risk. They're going to come in, they're going to have a big angle, but the Bucks have to go over. Like, I feel like the made men, quote unquote, with TK, they're almost untouchable. And the only time they'll take a loss is if they somehow feel like it will be like, okay, you're going to lose, but then you're going to do this. So you're not really losing, or they're going to put one of their friends over. That's what I feel like truly happening. And one day I think more of these stories are going to come out, but it really does feel like a favoritism, nepotism, in and out, cliquey kind of vibe. Now, I've never been in their locker room. I'm not going to pretend like I have sources like some of the people out there, but it feels like that from the product we're getting. When you sit and look at someone and go, why are they not just pushing him harder? And you realize, well, because, Moxley doesn't want to get left out. So he's going to anchor this all the way down. So we in Mexico, CMLL, and no 2 out of 3 falls tag or any other CMLL rules. I guess not. We got a street fight. Does that count? Kevin, we're doing good right now. How are you doing? Does Edge really think he's putting over people like the Death Riders? Again, I think in this moment it's more about putting over the Bucks, right? And again, the young upstarts, the Bucks, need a push, right? Like, this is the thing we're missing. Kenny is a veteran, damn near close to the end of that rope. Will Ospreay's technically getting up there, especially with the style he wrestles. The Bucks aren't spring chickens. Jericho's old as dirt, and I don't mean that from a standpoint of human beings, because I hope a decade and change from now I'm not old as dirt. But in the wrestling world, Jericho's still trying to do lucha matches is embarrassing and asinine. The Painmaker thing was a joke. Jericho's doing nothing to help his legacy at all. And anyone that keeps telling him, "Oh, you're doing great," are lying to his face. He is mucking up everything he's ever done. Because, again, he has free reign to do what he wants, when he wants, how he wants. And you can tell by his booking. Tonight's a great example. He has no business being here. But, again, there's this long list of, we're just putting over guys that are already over. We're putting guys over that are already over specifically with your audience. So help me understand. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't comprehend. So help me. Get a translator. Speak to me like I'm stupid. Help me. The bar is low for TK. Yeah, right. New Day, Eddie and Chavo, and Billy and Chuck to that list. Billy and Chuck underrated. They did good shit, but it kind of got marred up. Eddie and Chavo were great, absolutely great. Arguably one of Chavo's best runs of his entire career. And the New Day, I mean, arguably one of, if not for some, the best WWE tag team there's ever been. So the New Day are going to be motivated to do good things. You got to bring the New Day in and let them beat the Bucks. You got to have it. You got to do it. You got to make it matter. Like, they show up night one. I don't care if the Bucks win at All In over Edge and Christian, and then that Wednesday, the New Day show up and beat them that night. Ball up. Put your company over. Put your ego aside for the betterment of the company. And they never have. As the crowd is going nuts, as Andrade D. Pantses. Spazzer, 5 bones in the bucket. Hi, I'm Spaz, your friendly neighborhood tribal a-hole, with your Battle of Chicago update. Worlds Collide, 6,937. All Out, 5,928. So almost spot on 1,000-point difference here. Back to KJ at the desk. I like that. Let's go. Thank you for the update. We do appreciate it, and it's a little quiet, right? A little quiet. I heard Uncle Tuna be like, "Well, you know, they're ahead right now. They're ahead right now." If it was the other way around, he'd be jumping all on it. Joe Not Exotic. I feel like it's been a hot minute. Welcome. What's your top faction currently in wrestling? Oh, fuck, they all suck so bad. Don't tell Nick I said that. If anyone tells Nick, I'm going to tell him you lied. Big Need a Commander, Ciampa. Anyone else not that into this match? It's okay. Who's the best faction right now? Death Riders aren't good. I mean, arguably the Bloodline, but they're not very connected. So Ciampa's beating up, I think, Andrade's pants. I mean, and then he does. Okay. So Ciampa's new shtick is beating up the mascot, or now he's beating up the pants. And then Commander tries to make up the pin and misses. Oh, lumbar check. And Commander kicks out. Andrade doesn't even break up the pin. Who's the best faction? I mean, Judgment Day might be arguably the most successful, even though they won't go away. Dark State broke up. Fatal Influence. Callis Family's embarrassing. Death Riders are horrible. That's a tough one. Don't let Nick know any of this. Friday, one of the first questions he asked me. What's the best faction? I'm fucked. How are you? What's up, Heather? They are killing me. Ugly stage. I like the stage. You know, I got to talk about the ring level ramp, but the ring level and the ramp. I mean, the stairs come down to the floor and then you go back up into the ring. So I don't know. Are we splitting hairs? The Tostitos looking show logo. I mean, no pyro, just smoke. Commentary is poop. The commentary is horrible. They are shit. I'm called the shit poop. 2. Jericho taking Flair's spot in wrestling. Facts, in a way. Again, you're an elder statesman. Just put other people over. You put nobody over. As on Aubrey screaming and yelling, Ciampa all the way down. Ciampa drilled with the knees as Audrey plays fucking defense, and Commander breaks it up, and this match won't end. Andrade, and Tommaso, I mean. Speedball's face in the corner is aggravating. Facts. What? That wasn't PG. KJ, I think you missed what Ciampa just did with the phone. Probably, I missed it. A phone? Who? Oh, like this. I missed it. Yeah, sorry, Pop. Let me know. Commander goes up, wobbles, catches himself. And we get old school into the moonsault. Andrade's up. The double hook neck breaker. And huge pop for Andrade's win. Let's go. Not bad. Messy. Fun. Spectacular, says Tony. Spectacular. Tony Schiavone gets paid huge money to be a human sounding board. Called it. There went his pants. 2-0, meh. I'm just not that invested. My face looks bored. I'm working on it. Blue Steel. The chat can entertain me plenty fine. Blow up the chat. Let's go. Let's figure this out. Because we're going to get a lot of this tonight. A lot of chaos, a lot of action, but not a lot of depth or meaning put to any of it. I'm not feeling good at all. I got pain in my shoulder and elbow. Sorry to hear that, Heather. Sorry to hear it. But hopefully you feel better. Maybe we can take your mind off it for a little bit. Poison Rana from the ropes as Andrade's got a mic. How you know? Looks like Crayola. The side of the ring. Corey, 6 years ago, AEW can't sign everyone released from WWE today. Insert ex-WWE talent needs to sign with AEW. Sounds like the original TNA WCW all over again. In a lot of ways. And I mean, I always do question the AEW faithful as far as if you hate WWE wrestling, why do you want all that talent, all those people? Every time it's even rumored that bring them on in. But why? Like even Mick Foley. Why is Mick Foley on your TV? What value is Mick Foley adding to this programming at all? Right? He should represent the company that you're not too fond of. He should represent the type of wrestling you're not fond of. Yeah, I know he's the hardcore guy, so they're the hardcore. I get it, but Mick Foley was very sports entertainment for a long time. So it gets very interesting, right? Like, you're bringing in people left, right, and center, and then the company kind of augments and doesn't feel like what it was supposed to feel like. You know, you got some homegrown talent, just book them better. But Andrade still got a mic. I'm not sure what language he's speaking. I think he just said champion. One something uno pahunda. One pahunda. Anybody? Jose? Somebody? Bueller? Oh no. How you know? The big pop for how you know. So at least that's over. The system, but they faded off. Hey, look who's back! Ah, scarf! Ladies and gentlemen, the scarf is, watch your back, watch your back. So we're just going to jump. Interesting. So MJF Andrade, and he holds up the world title. MJF. He's back. Let's go. He's got the ring. So Andrade, MJF, all in. Let's go. So he's back. Hopefully he's feeling better. And might not be what we wanted, but Andrade and MJF might actually have something here. Let's go. Too small. Yeah, you set the roof on fire. The roof. Let's go. Let's go. The problem is people like Mox, the Bucks, Kenny, and Jericho, and Hangman think they're bigger than the company. Yeah, that's the problem, right? It's a good shout. And that is the dilemma. They're not. Put the company over. But they don't. It's about them and how they feel. As he's still beating up Andrade. Chucks him off the stage. Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
We got a bleeder!
We got a bleeder. Andrade busted open from the ring. At least they're adding heat to this quick. Someone get that piece of trash out of here. So Andrade's got blood everywhere. As he's still got his title belt. Didn't they like chuck it in the garbage or some shit? Crowd, the heat. This is why I don't understand why they deviated from MJF going into All In. You have this guy. Let's go. You have this guy. And you deviate from him being in the world championship picture going into your biggest show. I don't understand it. I don't fathom it. It's a weird way to say it, KJ, but hey, we got there. Nick got on the scar. He's wearing his Burberry pajamas. I don't know what he said. They beeped that out, but MJF's still cutting a promo. They literally carry Andrade away, and MJF just goes on talking. Maybe we shouldn't have done the Andrade promo then, like it a little bit if I'm being a tiny bit picky. But MJF's back. I'm psyched about that. I just don't get why you would deviate from MJF Ospreay. So now he's livid. It was my main event. So he's going to take his anger out on Andrade, and I can go for it. And maybe MJF and Andrade have match of the night. You know, prove a point. I don't care. Next week, they're in Vegas. I'm feeling lucky. Oh, that's right. Andrade's already set to be in the gauntlet. Wait. So he's going to be in the gauntlet match. He's going to win the gauntlet match and go on to fight Andrade. So MJF, your biggest star, your biggest true needle mover, is in a gauntlet match on your biggest pay-per-view of the year. Could you imagine I told you that about Roman Reigns at WrestleMania? Roman is going to be in a mid-card gauntlet match or battle royal. How would the fans react to that? And am I even wrong for suggesting that? Am I out of line for pointing out that this guy should be your main event, that this guy should be selling you tickets, that this guy's a bigger draw than both guys in the main event already? Am I wrong for saying that shit? Your biggest star, your biggest needle mover is going to be in the middle of the show in a gauntlet match in a fucking casino battle royale. Okay, help me understand. AEW has had a hard job try to be ECW, not to be WCW, rip off WWE, poach from NXT, counter program TNA, kill Ring of Honor, and gargle New Japan's marbles, and almost kill them too. As MJF screaming and yelling with fans, like, look at this. Security is holding MJF as he's screaming at fans on the way out. Why would you not have this better booked, better positioned? As we go from that to Willow and Mercedes which means we must be approaching 9 o'clock because we're talking about the women finally. Am I wrong? Like I'm not coming from an approach of a WWE fan. I'm approaching this as an AEW fan. Why is that guy who gets this? Oh, KJ, they're in Mexico. He gets this reaction almost everywhere he goes. I think him and Andrade are going to have a good match if they get there, but he's going to be in the Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal. What? So MJF's doing what CM Punk did in 2023, did keeping the non-de facto world title as his possession. Yes. Andrade busted open. We got a bleeder. So we go to a commercial, folks. How we doing on a Wednesday night? Don't forget, we're back tomorrow, 8:45 for TNA. Lots to talk about in the TNA world. Friday, 7:30 SmackDown. We got lots coming your way. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. There's going to be a members-only stream added to this weekend, I do believe. So stay tuned for that. If you are not a member, make sure you become a member, as we got 2 members-only coming up in short time all around our fantasy sports, and you have to be a member to participate in the fantasies. So if you want to have a fantasy team, this all sounds wrong somewhere, but if you want to be a part of the fantasy football or fantasy hockey, become a member and be there when we go live for it. MJF looks a bit bigger, or am I tripping? I think it was the jeans and kind of tank top vibe, maybe a little more tone, a little more tan. I don't know. Bro been in the gym, maybe. Nick will join KJ with MJF back on Dynamite. We'll see. What does MJF have? A belt. Why? It's his old belt, and he feels like he's screwed out of being the champion, so he still has his belt because he deems himself the actual champion, which is fair. I like it. Heel move. Works for me. MJF just did a movie. Yes, he did. What does that got to do with me? Make no bones about it, bub. Nick in his Burberry pajamas, rubbing his feet together, giggling. Yeah, I wonder, though. I mean, and you'll hear from Nick tomorrow, and I'll be with him on Friday, but are you like, initially, you're like, oh, shit, he's back. Yeah, this is good. And then you're like, oh, no, they're putting him in a casino battle royal. Ew. And again, I think MJF's an example of a guy that if MJF was, Maxwell Moxley Friedman, he'd be getting booked all the time. Could you imagine if Maxwell got the TV time and the attention that Moxley has been given? What are we doing? Yeah, he's the spoiled little tantrum, as you would expect. MJF returns looking like he ate the old MJF, bro. Okay. Definitely bigger then. MJF is telling the truth 100%. Facts. That's why we like him. He blurs that line. MJF is still fucking talking. Yeah, maybe like you do a match. You do a triple threat match. Andrade gets the win. Then he does a promo, and then MJF comes back. Maybe Andrade comes out, talks, and then MJF comes out, and we don't have the meaningless trios match. Maybe. Is that fair? I've been talking about this so much I forgot to take the poll down. Let's go. What is this? Is this how their entrance always starts? As here come the double D's. Throw D's on them. As we will get Mercedes Moné with the double D's taking on the Birds and Willow. So we will put a poll up for that one. You guys can let me know, who are you taking? It shall be interesting. Probably Mercedes and the D's. Sounds like an old 70s group. Mercedes and the D's. Taking on the Willowbirds. And we'll throw a nobody in there. A little Keith Sweat for everybody. Get your votes in. Let me know who you're taking. How you feeling tonight? Are you enjoying the show so far? I like the energy. I like the vibe. I thought the tag match was chaos, and it was what it was. Kind of typical of anything the Bucks do. Moxley gets the pin, so it's not my favorite. Wasn't boring, though. As here comes Mercedes. Triple threat match was fine. Again, a lot of moves, but not a lot of who cares. Andrade gets a nice win. MJF returns. Huge moment for the company. If you're an AEW fan, you're jazzed that one of your best is in the building, except you just relegated him to, basically sub duty. Like, I don't understand what we're doing here. Oh, wait a minute. That's a good one. I haven't used that in a while. Where is it?
Shit!
That's better.
Shit!
Yes. Am I wrong? Yeah, legitimately, we got a bunch of people hanging out here tonight. Am I being too critical that MJF is being pushed down the ladder so far? Why Ciampa and Commander still sitting there? I guess they didn't know what else to do. I'm all ears. MJF is telling the truth. Kenny is a paper champion, keeping the title warm. Yeah, they think, or Dave Meltzer told Tony that Kenny Ospreay's the bigger match, and Tony went with it. And that's the only reason why Kenny has the belt. As here comes Willow.
Yums.
As I said, we're coming up to 9 o'clock, so right between that 9:30 window where Tony loves to put the ladies. Remember, CM Punk still has yes, he does. You should bring that out one day just for fun. So 2 matches in 1 hour. This is going to be a long night. I mean, I would argue that the first hour went at a pretty good pace, so I hear where you're coming from, but yeah, I mean, that's to me the same people that are critical of the other company not having a lot of matches give us 2 hours, 2 matches in an hour, and they're perfectly okay with it. Double standards, hypocrisy, yes, but what can we do? One of the best segments of Dynamite last week, Mercedes and Willow. I enjoyed that segment. Great. Damien, I agree. It went a bit long because you kind of but Willow is outstanding. They are crazy to take the belt off Willow and give it to Mercedes. And here's another example of that ego-driven company booking. And you guys can tell me if I'm making this shit up. I already said it about the Bucks. I said it about Moxley. I said it kind of about Kenny, but not as much. Jericho, I've said it. Monet is no different. Thekla is over his shit. The match at All In should be Thekla Willow. But Tony wants his prize pony to be in the match. And she'd rather wrestle Willow. So bye-bye, Thekla. I haven't heard Thekla's name since it happened. So we get Mercedes Willow in a less... We could have a better match, but Tony's booking the wrong people for the wrong reasons. And it's hurting the show. So it's official. MJF is ripping off CM Punk 2023 indeed. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Just homage to a guy that he thinks is a piece of shit? I don't know. I have a feeling like on the phone, like they call each other and he's like, there is no heat at all, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Rants! And MJF leaves through the crowd. That's great. Legitimate heat, especially in Mexico. It was so good. And the fans screaming at him and security holding him back. Great visual. I don't get how this guy is not main eventing All In. That is madness to me. Could you imagine? Honestly, it sucks to see MJF waste years in AEW. MJF in WWE would be so cool to see how it would turn out. I think MJF's hedging his bets. He's banking in big, and he's going to get all the money in the world from Tony. And then if he so chooses to go to WWE, he's still going to be in his prime. And then he can kind of go there and do it their way. But Tony gives him a ton of freedom. It doesn't work a lot. Like we talk about guys like Roman that don't work a lot, but a lot of the AEW top people are in and out. They go missing for months. Mercedes, Hangman, MJF. Oh, they're filming this or doing that. I get it. It's great, but it seems like a lot. Do you want Roman? Who do I want Roman to face in Mexico? I'll just say Penta as a softball answer right now. I haven't put much thought into it. I want to see who's in it. I totally with you, KJ. The ladies putting in so much work. Thekla is a fucking megastar, bro. It bothers me because I think that's where like it's not hate. Like I like the company. I'm mad at like I get in like I'm super into Thekla. I'm a big fan. I love her work. I like what she does. I think she's entertaining. It's like when you get into a show and they cancel it. You're like, what? I was enjoying that shit. Bring it back. Tony doesn't care. And maybe that is the answer to it all. Tony legitimately does not care. 52% of the chat going Mercedes and the D's. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning that way as well. Kind of put the baby faces on their heels. Jamie Hayter from the top, down on everybody who was waiting. And Willow's happy. Trios battle, and the ladies are killing it. Double D's and Mercedes for the win. Throw some D's on them. Spazzard. Thank you again. MJF in the gauntlet. All the EVPs have title matches. Right? So the Bucks were doing nothing. They were standing aside. They kind of had some issues with the Death Riders a little bit, with the dogs a little bit. Poof, title match. You EVP, you get a title match. Kenny, we weren't even sure how his health was. And poof, champion. Just for All In. It's situational booking, but like you said, the EVPs get their matches. Jericho gets the match he wants or will. Even tonight, Jericho should not be on tonight's card. Jericho can have the week off. You put someone cool in the Jericho spot. But no, this is killing the company. And not enough people are, dear Brian Alvarez, please address this at some point. But this is the problem. The in-house, internal, this pettiness, the childishness, the egos are killing the company. And the best example is the millions and millions and millions of dollars they left on the table because of the they couldn't get any money done or any business done with CM Punk. Simple. All they had to do, get it in the ring. But couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Couldn't be professional. And I think that's killing this company, and the people that are doing well are the ones that smile and cash the checks. If MJF never goes to WWE, it's going to be a shame. I would agree. Big Nick's relaxing. Wednesdays are his night off. He's chilling. He will be back tomorrow with Anthony. Why did MJF have an AEW title? So it's his. Because he's bitter at how it went down. He's bringing it. He's not, in his mind, he's still the champ. There you go. There you go. What's up, Dylan? There are little hints coming from the sheets that Will didn't want to work with MJF. He supposedly said, been there, done that with MJF. That's crazy. And as the boss, you go, tough shit. MJF is a draw. MJF is the guy that you need to overcome. Not Moxley, not Kenny. MJF's the asshole that you have to put down at All In. Let's go. Let's go. As we are on picture right now, the trios match between the Birds and Willow taking on Mercedes and the D's. Max is not a former WWE talent, and why he doesn't get the Mox. Touche. Do you think that is like, you mean at this point you would almost hope that you would want to push guys like that weren't WWE guys, right? But I mean, Osprey Tech, isn't. Others aren't, but yeah, you got a valid point. Main event, mealtime, strip steak, da 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 da. All right, sounds good, AB. Here come the yum yums, rants, all the yum yums.
Yum yums.
Bravo, Megan Bain, bravo. Even the commentary saying it. Chicks with. Did Nigel? Yeah, okay. Such an interesting company at times. I don't even know if I'm allowed to repeat it without getting people offended. Spaz, let's go. What does Timu Disney Princess Monet got on? Exactly what you just said. She got her latest haul in. Chokes. Back elbow. Jamie Hayter, drop kick. I want to be into this. So fact is, Monet without a title ain't anybody. Essentially, that's it. And again, when certain people just keep coming, and we talk about this, especially Vince McMahon booking, when you would just take an old star or an old veteran and just shove them into stories and crush people, it hurt the company. Goldberg, Undertaker to an extent at times, guys like Bray Wyatt not getting over. What are we doing? Why would we not? And that's what AEW seems to have slipped into in a way of I don't get it. And then they come in and they kind of, they kind of mix everything up, but not for the better. Cake City Yum Yums. We're talking full on Sweet Tooth main event, fam. All caps is killing me. What is up? Let's go. Let's go. What are we saying? What are we doing? Big clothesline. I felt like she saw her coming, but hey, Hayter just takes her head off, wins her down. If you're gonna say that they're the chicks with the thangs, shouldn't they have thangs to be the chicks with the thangs? Does anyone pick up what I'm putting down? I'm a little confused, and the commentary actually referring to them as the chicks with the thangs is interesting. We need AEW trend, just list stuff better than AEW with the tag. Let's go. We should. Willow Nightingale or Jamie Hayter, Alex Windsor or Mercedes. I'm thinking the heels are winning as Mercedes did something weird. Oh, wait. Off the second row, Meteora. Again, saw it coming, took it in the face. This stream just turned into a dessert pay-per-view, and I'm in front row with a fork ready to go. Sound the good. Don't spoil that. Ryback is coming back Friday. Don't ever ruin my day. The only wrestler I think worse than Moxley. Even Jim Cornette liked the Willow segment. Is that crazy? But that gives validity to Jim Cornette when he does see something like that and praise it. It makes him seem more willing to actually praise things. Like he's not shooting down things that, secretly he likes it. He's just giving it a shit because, it's a thing to do. If he likes it, he says he likes it. So to me, that gives him more credibility than the Coachmans and the Russos and just the guys that are just the bitter bitches of the internet. Willow is not the next WWE talent. Enough said. That's a fair argument. Oh, I see what you're saying. Bro. Makes sense. As everybody's in the ring. Oh, we were going for a double choke slam instead, double suplex. And now Willow, she's back. She's okay. Alice Windsor might take up a lot of your Friday night. Let's go. My butt. Oh, Willow pins Mercedes. All right, there you go. Willow gets the win. I'm loving this match. Let's go for the Yum Yums. Not a bad match. Yums. I didn't hate the match. It was less offensive than the previous matches. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Bro, MJF is a smart man. He's going to milk Tony for every single dime in the next 5 to 7 years. He can then jump. Well, if you think about the trend in WWE where they like putting on the belts on vets, right? 30 plus. So MJF, yeah, okay. I'll go there when I'm 30. I'll still have a decade of success. It's not a bad shout. And I don't think you're wrong. And I think last time he threw that temper tantrum publicly, where he legitimately was mad about his contract, I think he got paid well. I think he got paid multiple years. I don't think he's a free agent for a little bit, because I think he re-upped and he got as much as he could out of Tony. I'm curious if it's, what do we say? Like, I don't know if it's out there. I don't know what the reports are. Is it plus? We're over under 10 mil a year. You think automatically under, right? But I think the rumor was that like Sasha got 9, Okada got 8, something like that. And if they're worth that, I mean, MJF's worth 22 on that scale. Real world champion. I like it. I mean, he's bad. And he did get screwed in a way, and he has every right to be pissed off. One thing I like between WWE and AEW, that the ticket prices, for sure. Craig, you're not wrong. And that is one thing that AEW should really be talking about a lot is, it's affordable. Don't say family friendly, because that's bullshit, but affordable. As here comes Speedball. We got a lot to get to, guys. It's already 9:15. I know this is supposed to go till 10:30, 9:30, 10:30. But this should be a hell of a match. I thought this would be the main event. I guess Ospreay street fight main event. Okay. But here comes Speedball, also rocking a lucha mask. Is that the Mystico mask? All right, I will put a poll up for this one. Let me know who you're taking. Who are you taking? I still kind of wanted more between Bailey and Knight. I don't know how you guys feel out there about that, but I really thought we could get more. Mike Speedball. Oh, that's so funny, Tony Schiavone. Tony Schiavone just said Mike Bailey has to wrestle his best match ever to even have a hope of beating Kyle Fletcher. Oh, okay. Might be true. Interesting approach. And then, yeah, it's so funny. Excalibur corrects him, publicly contradicts him. Actually, Tony, they've had a couple matches. This one could go either way. Their commentary team sucks. All the balls. All of them sucks. It is a teabag special on the commentary. It is not good. It is not good in any way, shape, or form. Tony Schiavone always has a sourpuss face, but just constantly yelling out random shit. This is great. This is spectacular. Wonderful. So jokes. But Speedball is cringe. Speedball for the win. Why not? MJF is 30 now. He's going to milk until he's 30, until he's 35 or 37, then absolutely jump. Yeah, I think 35 would kind of be pushing that limit, right? I mean, again, not that he couldn't come over at 37 and work till he's 42. I get it, especially nowadays. Yeah, I mean, as we get up, you just don't want to push it to the point where you don't want to tilt the scale and be less valuable. But maybe the argument is at that point he doesn't care because he's been getting paid $15 million a year for fucking 8 years. Jack Perry and Moxley next week on Dynamite, and Jay White versus Dave Finlay. Part of the Cup. Jack Perry, Moxley, I have no interest in, as you could imagine. And Jay White, Dave Finlay, I wish was a pay-per-view match that we built to. But, hey, as, Fletcher stomps on the mask. Oh, down. Nice little spot. We are off and running, folks. Get your votes in. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, be a part of the show, be a part of the family. We do this for all the shows. Nick and Anthony will be here tomorrow for TNA. And, of course, Friday, SmackDown, it will be myself and Big Nick back at it again. We got lots coming your way. We got lots cooking up. And we got lots of big shows to cover in the near future. Fletcher getting 72% of the vote here, as he should. According to Shivani, it's 100%. Evolve was better than this. I believe you, Devin. I'm going to have to start pulling up Evolve while I'm live. And maybe I do like a side-by-side. A lot of people keep saying that every Wednesday. Where's my Mantis friend? Right here. Right now being hugged by Speedball. It's crazy. I find it very hard. Like, I like Fletcher. I don't dislike Speedball as much as most others. I think there's upside. I've seen Speedball have outstanding matches. But I just very hard to like get into it. Excalibur's special sock on his face. It's gross. Could only, I've said it a million times, Paz. Could only imagine what the inside of that mask smells like. As Bailey gets darted into the barricade, fans covering their face. Good start to this one. KJ, the show bored me. Go to sleep. You're going to sleep? All right. It's not that bad, is it? Pink Orton. Fletcher for the win. Deadpool, welcome. Deadpool party. Fletcher, CM Pink. I like it. So we do have a Lucha sitting front row. I'm not sure what the crowd's chanting at the moment, folks, but they are chanting. Why not step on Speedball's feet? I would. Not even get the why not? Why would you not instantly just stomp on the man's toes? I did watch Evolve KJ. Let's go before Dynamite puts me to sleep now. But listening as well. How was Evolve for you, Denisha? Kyle got on that wide waist, Mantis. Punk greater than AEW. Some would think so. Kyle Fletcher retains 100%. Be crazy if he didn't. Yeah, we're at a bit of a soft spot here. No, I'm not sure what's going on. Speedball goes up, but Fletcher watched him go up. What's happening? Oh, okay. Okay, Fletcher missed, or Speedball misses. Now we get kicks. Kyle Fletcher retains. Rolling. If Sasha climbed to her ego and jumped to her ability, I think she'd break her neck. 5-head is not proper cushion. Jokes. It's not a helmet, even though it looks like one. Yeah, that is the dilemma, right? And I think that's Mercedes and Moxley and Jericho and Bucks, and like I think that's all how they all are. We are the best ever to do this, and no one's telling us otherwise. It doesn't matter how many people have stopped coming. How many more times Monet went for the title? Whenever she wants, as often as she wants. As we get a deep two. That spot looked rough. Well put, KJ. MJF understands it. WWE structure. Yeah. I thought MJF was like 29, 28. So, you don't want to push it too far. But it is. I feel that's been his plan for a long time. Get every penny. What's up, Kane? How you doing? Bonkers. We know Monet winning at All In for sure. And my question going into All In, when we get ready for it, the question I will have is, how many of the matches feel unpredictable? How many matches are we like, I kind of know where this is going? It'll be interesting. Why would they do that? Let Willow pin Mercedes? I don't get it. Because they're protecting Double D. but Mercedes is the challenger. So either Mercedes pins Willow to kind of send a message, or Willow pins one of the other two girls. That's what happens in the booking. Doesn't give you that option, though. I agree with you. Right? A few weeks away from the pay-per-view, why is the babyface getting the pin here? To me, you should be needling the heel. And the heel should just be causing trouble, finding ways to cheat. Mercedes cheats to win. They boo Mercedes. And, they start selling us on, will she find a way to win the world title? Willow's in trouble. But Willow beat her. So, okay. It's in a trios match. Doesn't count. Okay, but she pinned her. Does she still have to fight her? Can she fight Thekla at All In now? Is that better? Can we do that? A 10-minute match. I couldn't get into it. It's crazy. I'm really having trouble getting into it. I'm glad Willow got the pin on Mercedes, at least in this match. We'll see then the complete opposite of the feels. Willow definitely losing. Yeah. Listen, if you're like a TK fave or you're in your hometown, guaranteed, right? The Brawling Birds are going to win the tag team championship because it's in Britain. We're going to have Will Ospreay win because it's in Britain. Then you're going to get like Moxley will find a way to do something valuable. You'll have Mercedes get the W. Jericho will probably beat up half the roster in a 1 versus 20 or a 1 versus 500 match. Like, again, the usual suspects win. They're going to win. And the other ones that win are probably from where they're wrestling. It's crazy predictable. What do you think about TK signing Bayley? I think he would be smart to do so if he has better plans for this women's division. If you bring Bayley in, you can't fuck around. Like, Bayley is a lady that could come in and win the world title on the opening night. Her first night, walk in and win the belt. And build. There's history with her and Sasha. There's history there that you can build around. Build it. I was shocked to learn Remsburg was the ref. Yeah, right? It's crazy to think how far he goes back. And apparently always doing garbage wrestling. As we are back from commercial break, Fletcher with the chops, and out goes Bayley to the outside. Where are we at, folks? Keep it coming, as always. Blow up that chat. No, the regarding comment about Mercedes calling her the C word. Please do not put the C word in the chat, and if you do, we'll escort you out. Don't do that. Like I said, it's even weird that you would directly reference it. And some people are going to say, oh, we're all adults. Some people, I'm not. Again, you guys know me well enough. I say plenty of offside shit around here. But it was just odd for a TV, like for commentary, to push us that way. Oh, I think that's a blank punt. Like, oh. And it, that word is a showstopper. Like, that ends shit. You don't just keep going after that. So the reference of it is crazy to me. CM Punk. 2 count. Darks, that's jokes. Retribution. Keep it coming, folks. AEW had too much tequila last night. Oh my God. A vicious snapdragon on Bayley. He just lawn darted Michael. Yeah, I'm catching up. That's good news. I'm falling asleep. I'm a little bored. And I feel like, again, every match is just go out and do a bunch of shit. So I'm feeling not invested, though I don't think they're doing bad shit. I'm just not into it. Puff, puff, pass. I'm going to need a re-up in a second. Psycho Circus. Let's go for sure. Wrestle Rants. Go check out Wrestle Rants, wherever he is. Go check out all his stuff. He's great. Great friend of the channel. The sad part is I wouldn't at all be shocked if Speedball pins Fletcher. Why? Because we know he's one of Tony's favorite, and that's the problem. Tony's favorite. Facts. This is Tony's vanity project. And I don't mean the team on NXT, but that's what this is. So he doesn't really care who hates it, doesn't really care what the ratings are. It's a tax write-off for his daddy. He doesn't care. Moonsault from the stairs. Don Callis up and moving around. That's good to see. But yeah, that's the dilemma. Tony's favorite. Tony books for Tony. If Tony's in gorilla position, giggling his ass off and having a ball with his sippy cup and some popcorn, then it's a great show. Doesn't matter what anybody says. It could be AEW in front of 5 people, and they will still be, oh, we're putting on the best wrestling I've ever seen. I think the fans are chanting, this is wrestling. Okay. Random thought, if Sheamus joins Death Riders, Claudio, I hope not, there would be 3 ex-WWE guys on one faction. I think there's something you could do there, though. Maybe Sheamus shows up and says to Claudio, what are you doing with this fuck? What are you doing with Moxley? And maybe we get the bar. The bar has money, is valuable. So that's my thought. If Monet wins at Wembley, then Willow will forever be known as the greatest transitional champion in history of wrestling. Need a temporary champ? Just add Willow, especially for Mercedes. Like, she almost feels like the personal fill-in. Like, stun champ. We need a stun champ. Team 2. This match is good. It's rolling. I'm not back from commercial yet. Oh, no. 3MB Spaz jokes. Smoke them up, folks. Yeah, I'm feeling left out on that endeavor. Spaz didn't use the C word. Okay, good. I don't know what happened. I almost used it, but I was told to. Stop. You were making words out like they hurt. They don't. Literally, it's not about the hurt. It's all about the algorithm. That's really all I care about. I grew up in a Scottish household. That gets thrown around like it's fucking, they say it over breakfast. But yeah, it's more of don't hurt the algorithm. And again, it's a showstopper in North America for sure. Tony Wiseman. Order 4. So we're on the floor, by the way. Speaking of 4s and floors, and we got the power bomb on the apron on the unforgiving steel. Mercedes crushed Willow like Gunther did. Oof. 2 count. This won't stop. Punk greater than AEW. Still chips. Brainbuster. He kicked out. He kicked out. The crowd goes wild. I want to say too much. And if you beat them in 3 minutes from now, it's too much. But the crowd erupts. Why does anything happen? What are we doing? In the words of John Cena, why? Why are we doing this? Why are you doing that? Why is this happening? What are we doing? Oh no, a brainbuster wasn't enough. We need to do the brainbuster on the turnbuckle, cause and I mean, oh, knees from Bailey. Holy shit, he's making another comeback. Didn't we just do a match like this on Redemption that went an extra 7 minutes? Poison Rana looks so crazy. Huge spot. Hurricane Rana, Poison Rana off the second rope. Bailey up. Match is cooking. Not just sizzling, it's straight up flaming off the top rope. Why did you show a wide view as they were doing a count, you putzes? Kyle Fletcher kicks out at 2 3/4. Even though production thought we should see the crowd instead of the count. The crowd goes nuts, though. Seeing the episode on Rio was really good. Yeah, right. And he's making sense. Why? And I'm stealing it. That is my question doing these shows. Why? Because it leads to, what are we doing? Because if you don't know why you're doing it, we don't know what we're doing. We're just doing shit. Dun, dun, dun. Darts Bailey into the middle turnbuckle. They are hell-bent on breaking necks, man. As now we got a foot. The bar was excellent. Team signed. Yeah, right. I got no issue. I think there's value in that. You start selling merch and you book them strong. Now, I keep saying it, that tag team division in AEW could be outstanding. And finally, Bailey is done. I know modern fans love it. I don't understand if you decimate someone with a finisher and he kicks out and then you beat him 4 minutes later. I just don't get it. But Fletcher, again, continues to produce bangers as he gets smoked. All right, good match. Match of the night. Maybe match of the week so far in Mexico, and no Persephone. Persephone is fighting Statlander, is she not? I think we're getting Persephone Stat. We got a lot of show left. There's 27 minutes on the clock, but I do believe we are going to 10:30. And we know Tony. If you're going to give us 10:30, we're going to go 10:45. Give a motherfucker some rope. He wants to be a cowboy. I don't know what to tell you. So close. Persephone is on the card. Thank you. Crowd has been rocking, just smoking. Outstanding energy. And again, it changes your perception of everything, right? As here comes Okada. See, this goes back to my argument of cut 4 minutes out of that last match. It was a great match. But when he hits that finisher, end it. Right? Because all you're it's trying to make Bailey cool, but then he just eats it out anyway. And now he took 2 highlight pins. Right? He got posterized twice. Right? But here comes the Rainmaker Okada. And that's my argument is you shorten the match if you're going to do post-match shit. But Okada and Fletcher stare down as they're in the same family, but they do not like each other. We got the other trios match, I believe, coming up. Or 8-man or what the... Yeah, okay. The Callis family taking on Mystico, Darby, and Jericho. Jericho says, Tony, I'd like to go after the women's match. And he said, no, you got to go the one after. He tries, though. Tries really hard. Start. All right, folks, we're going to put a poll out for this one. Get your votes in. Let me know who you're taking as we get another trios match. Again, this is the recipe, folks. Shove as many people into as many multiple people matches, and it doesn't matter who they're beefing with or who they think they're beefing with. We'll just slap it all together in a lot of ways. Now, the show, I said, as their recipe tonight has been just match. It's a grand slam, make it feel that way. So from that standpoint, I just struggle to get into some of the stuff. I wasn't that invested in Fletcher and Speedball. We know Fletcher's going to win. There's no doubt about it. Anyone out there was like, oh, I really thought Speedball had it. No. I don't even know what to call the other Mystico, Darby, and JC or CJ. All right, folks, get your votes in. Who's winning this barn burner of a match? I don't think members of the Callis family should be getting individual entrances. I think that's crazy talk. They should just have one generic Callis family entrance and come out together. This is ridiculous. Okada gets an entrance. Kevin Knight gets an entrance. The fucking all five of these guys are going to get six. Are going to get separate entrances. That's nuts. I'm looking forward to Persephone versus Chris. It's going to be good. 205 Live. Yes. I don't like Kyle's tattoo. Is it just me? Struggling to adjust to it. Catches the eye, not in a good way. I swear that was 3. LOL. Swear I saw his hand hit. Right? Who knows? I thought it was over. Yeah, I just would not. They have this thing about saving face. So why nobody taps out in AEW, right? Rarely. Ciampa tapped out to a lobotomy with a drill, but not many people ever tap out in AEW because they got to save face. They got to maintain tough status. It's one of the most important things to AEW's locker room. I got to look tough. So hit me with 3 finishers and then 15 other finishers and then a chair and then a table and then another finisher. I got to look tough. I'll lose, but I have to look tough. Crowd is loud right now, by the way. Vitamins, facts. That match was unbelievable. I thought it was really good. Match of the week. Yeah, I'm with you on that for sure, Boston. Feel like it was the match of the week. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Again, like I said, the beginning of the match particularly, I just wasn't that moved by it. And then I will admit, like between them and the crowd going off, and it was a good match. Kyle Fletcher continues to have bangers. The fans love Mystico. One of the best entrance musics in all of wrestling. This is epic. This should have main evented. And I've seen it before. It's epic every time I see it. I'm sorry, but the match of the week happened on Sunday. If we started on Monday, Joe, but you're not wrong. It was a good match on Sunday. Arguably one of the matches of the year, which we will have a vote for at the end of the year. It was a great match. WWE House shows. I was loving it. Okay, Okada next up. So yes, Okada, Kevin Knight, and Hickory Sticko are going to take on Mystico, Darby Allin, and Old Man Jericho. What the fuck? Corazon de Leon. I hate this guy so much. I hate him so much. I was like one of the biggest Jericho fans ever. And it's just pathetic to watch what he's become. Yeah, what have I become? What have you become, my guy? That is the question for Jericho. He's wearing shorts tonight. Yeah. Fucking, he thinks he's the coolest fucking shit in wrestling, and he is awful. Awful. Some of the fans are singing their ass off, though. Fletcher is one of the best in the world, man. This guy gets it. He's so good. My only fear with Fletcher is just the overindulgence, right? Like every, not having someone to kind of edit him and refine this natural talent a little better. But he's killing it. He's a guy that I would have pushed towards the title already. I'd rather see Fletcher in the title hunt than all these other guys. All these old, all the fucking old indie guys. It's just the same guys for 7 years. Here comes Darby Allin. I will admit, the screens with the stage setup is really cool. I hope he tries to skateboard down the stairs and falls on his face. Is that wrong? Is that bad? We have we still have 4 matches to go? What do you... No. We have the trios title. We have Persephone and Chris. We had that one. We had that one. We're in that one. Will Ospreay and Mark Davis in a street fight. The main event, I'm assuming. I got 2, Damian. What am I missing? Oh, shit, Kevin Knight. So we just get a jump start. Okay, here we go. This blood feud starts off with a jump start. I feel nothing for Okada. No, did Darby just hit Kevin Knight in the balls? What happened there? So another match that's just people everywhere. We've seen, this is the third trios match we've seen tonight. We still have another trios match to come. And I really don't think any of the trios matches look that different from the other one. Nobody tags in and out. Nobody controls it. There's no storytelling. Chris Jericho's a loser. I don't know what to tell you. Arnold, Okada, and Kyle on the same team? Yes, but they hate each other. The Callis family's falling apart. Thank God they have 45 other members. All 3 matches between Fletcher and Speedball have been good. Have been bangers. Credit to getting great chemistry. Listen, I know a lot of people are very critical of Speedball, but I even remember when he was leaving TNA, but prior to, Will Ospreay on his way to AEW had a couple matches in TNA. One was Josh Alexander, one was Speedball. The Speedball match was better. Him and Speedball, Will Ospreay and Speedball tore it down. Speedball can go. I also saw him have an amazing match in Toronto against Masha, where they tore the ring apart, literally pulled the 2x4s out. As everybody working on Jericho right now. But yeah, they've been good. So have another one for the title. Kendall and Lola was better. Don't you dare. Oh, I did like Lola and Kendall. I will admit that. Though I think the ear spot might have thrown me off a little. Earl Hebner versus let's go. Oh. Anyone else getting a little fast forwarding glitchy? Gold Dust will Y2J. This match is beyond pointless. I can't stand Jericho or Darby. I'm assuming there is zero reason for them all to even be in the ring. Only reason why I'm watching this is because it feels like a pay-per-view. They have made it feel like a pay-per-view. Again, match heavy, very little story. The big story of the night is MJF is back. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, there is if you want to put Mystico with Darby and like their 2 uber baby faces, and it's just kind of a spot show match, because this kind of feels like a in your house kind of vibe. It's Jericho wedging himself in there and then coming out like, I know I was the Painmaker and I was just Jericho. Now I want to go back to, like, it's so ridiculous. And the only people that think these Jericho name things are cooler is Jericho. Right? Most people didn't even realize he purposely, artistically dropped Chris. I'm like Jericho, like Prince, like an idiot, like a moron. What are we doing? The delusion of grandeur. And I literally, one of my favorite wrestlers, maybe ever, has completely gone to shit. And watching, thank God Tony is the guy he is, because Jericho has milked this money mark for everything he can and continues to get booked in horrible shit when other young talent should be in that spot. If you're an AEW fan and you don't like that take, I'm really confused at what your goals are here. Less Jericho, more young talent means better ratings, better show. If this had another young, high flying guy in this match is infinitely better. But you have Jarrah Slow in the way. You have Jarrah Slow going over. You have Jarrah Slow slowing shit down. Ask Bandito. The problem is from within the house, folks. We say it week in and week out. It's just messy. Sting versus the Hardys at Victory Road. Yeah, just going all the way. Let's go. Persephone and Stat have a story. They've been feuding for a while. There's been a bit of static for sure. I'm okay with Stat Persephone. I think it's going to be a banger. Jericho, why the shorts? LOL. What the fuck? Yeah. He's Uncle Chris. Just a drunken buffoon. Right? Showing up at the fucking cookout in his short shorts. Wanting to run the grill. I'll show you a fire. Yeah, get out of here. Darby time, full match edition. We're taking Darby flying off. So, for sure. That's all he knows how to do. Do a 450 cameraman dodging projectiles. So right now, folks, we are in a pitcher, not end pitcher. Trios match. And I think if you're the deepest hardcore AEW fan, I think this is a hard pitch. Like, there's not a lot of meat on the bones of this match. Darby, Jericho, Mystico, Hechicero. Fuck. The Callis family up our ass for the last half hour. Why would anyone be scared of Darby? I don't know. I have no idea. He's 110 pounds soaking wet. He is a small child. If you are a full-grown adult male, he should not be intimidating in any way, shape, or form outside of the fear that he may pull I can't even say that, but he may pull a weapon out of his trench coat. Put it that way. Jericho is not a loser, KJ. Can't say the L word. He's a loser. He is an absolute loser. He loves his own shit. He is not what he used to be. He's the old guy at the party that no one's willing to tell him you don't belong here. I'm sorry. He's a loser. I get it why you hate Mox, but Jericho, I don't know. Get me a chuckle from how much he winds people up. I think where I drew the line on Jericho is just I really struggle with the people that, their shit don't stink. He was doing bad shit and basically saying on his podcast and elsewhere, this was good shit. And if you don't like it, you're an idiot. Right? He was so insecure. He even brought in the guys that did the blood and guts to talk about how dangerous his bump was because he got shit from the internet for the crash pad. But see, that's the issue with Jericho. Even in moments like that where it was about MJF, Jericho makes it about him. It's not about MJF winning the match. It's about the big bump Jericho took. That's the trick. Action Andrade, y'all remember him? Jericho let him pin him. People, he put the kid over. Where is he now? And 2 minutes later, he set him on fire and beat the shit out of him. That's the issue with Jericho. He acts like a saint, but he's full of shit, and he's bad at his job. Differently than Mox, but he's bad. And it's Mox, and it's Jericho, and it's these people that is stopping the company that I'm a big fan of from being better. Boston, we're going to be here for a while. At least I am. I don't know about y'all. Y'all can leave whenever you want. Unfortunately, for me, I will be here for the duration of it. But legitimately, we're at 9:51. We have at least 2 matches to go, and this match is still going. One of the 2 matches is a street fight, so that's not going to be short-lived. And it makes absolutely no sense to have Will Ospreay, your number 1 contender, in a street fight against Mark Davis, who you're not even beefing with. I said it earlier, if it was Will Ospreay versus Pac, fine. If it was Will Ospreay versus Danny or Yuta in a street fight, maybe only last 5 or 6 minutes, but fine. I don't understand why he's fighting Mark Davis tonight. Just look and listen to this hot crowd and what a difference a crowd like this adds to your wrestling shows. It always gives it a bigger feel. Facts. It's Jericho hyping the crowd up, jumping down on Okada, Darby coffin drop as we get the everybody work together moment. Mystico up, over the ring post, down on Hickory Sticko. Everybody flies. Where were we going with this? Wrestling. I completely agree, Rance. Though that's why I don't like the shows. Like even Wembley is going to be a challenge because it's going to be like 35, 40,000 people in a stadium that holds 100,000 with no lid. I mean, the crowd noise is going to go straight into the fucking air. I'd rather them do smaller shows. If you did all in at the O2 Arena and packed it, then great. It sounds amazing and looks amazing. But a lot of nights when it's the bigger arena, the lights go down, the acoustics suck, the echo, the crowd noise doesn't travel, and it does. It bores you. And part of it is the Mexican crowd is alive. And if the AEW fans out there in America could understand that, like cheer for all of the stuff like you're at a sports game. Don't just be quiet until somebody breaks a table. And then we would believe you when you say, oh, Dynamite was amazing. We go, okay, you seem to enjoy it. As all three baby faces pin all three heels. Even in that moment, you couldn't just give Mystico the pin in his home country. The fuck are we doing? Oh, I hate Jericho. Y2J as the Golden Vampire. Yeah, the Clout Vampire. Logan Paul, brother included. Jericho, short shorts. We found out who wears short shorts, and apparently it is Chris Jericho. Commentary losing their voices in the ring, turning into a chaotic skater park of pain. This isn't a match. This is live action. Fire alarm. With a pinfall. We will be back soon. Yeah, hey, you know what? We Mystico's going to get the pin. We're in Mexico. He's the biggest star in Mexico. He'll get the pin. Well, what about me? Well, what about you, Chris? Well, what am I going to do? All right, you can pin too, Chris. And then you stand next to him when the crowd cheers for him, okay? So then you feel like you got some of that on you. You got a little bit of the rub too. Right, Chris? Do you feel better now, Chris? Are you happy, Chris? Speaking of Chris's, a better Chris Statlander. And again, folks, if you think I'm wrong about Jericho or wrong about Moxley, I'm always willing to listen to the counter argument. Doesn't mean I won't rip it apart, but I don't get it. I don't see it. And Jericho, my buddy Spaz pointed out, Jericho's good for a chuckle, but we're laughing at him, not with him. That Painmaker promo when he reintroduced us to the Painmaker was embarrassingly bad. It looked so silly. That was a one-off in front of the Japanese fans that ate it up because no one expected you to be in Japan. Stop trying to get old shit over. Try something new. Def Rebel, fucking hell. Let's go. Hot tag. All right, let me catch up. Jericho's everything he hated. Randy the Ram in the movie of the facts, right? Chris Statlander on the way to the ring, looking like $1,000,005 tonight.
Yum-yums.
Let's go. Let's go. This should be a good match. I'm looking forward to it. It's probably 11, my guy. I mean, if it's scheduled to end at 10:30, and you know Tony Khan can't help himself, right? Can't help himself. So we're probably going to about, at minimum, 10:40. That's optimistic. As here comes Persephone from El Paso, Texas. Let's go. Now, is Chris Statlander like the sacrificial lamb, the one AEW talent that gives a clean pin to somebody from CMLL? Maybe. Waller's pipe bomb. The fact that a couple of people tried to shoot that down as if it was garbage clearly got their heads wedged up in their own ass. And I know the Observer went hard at it as far as, oh, they buried the own. Shut the fuck up. Do you really not understand wrestling? You guys have been brag all the time. We cover wrestling. We've been covering it for decades. You talk down to everybody that even questions you. But when it turns out, like, wait, don't you understand what we're doing here? Don't you understand when a heel shits on everything and anything? Like, what don't you get? And you act like you've never seen this before. Oh, Waller buried the company. Shut up. Again, folks, if any of you are following someone like the Observer and the people associated with it, by all means, do you. But I highly recommend that it's better for your wrestling health to walk away. Lion, Scorpion, Tamer. Oh, him in the shorts. That's jokes. He looked like the creepy guy outside of an air sprayed van with fucking lightning bolts and clouds on it. Hey girls, come here often. The crowd has been awesome. Crowd has been exceptional. No complaints about the crowd. Matches fun, chaotic. You know, some of them a little messy, but nothing sucked tonight. This is one of the best Dynamites I've seen in a while. And there's a lot to be desired, but there's a lot of, again, it's the car accident. At least if your stories are going to suck, at least make your matches kind of fun. And they've done that. The problem is some of the things nobody knows any better, apparently. Looks weird. Your beard is weird. Darby has been wearing the same women's shorts and spandex for 7 years. He always looks as zesty today as he did back then. It's true. I would agree. Skinny zesty, maybe. A little zesty light. I think this is a callback of one of Jericho's original. Yeah, it's 100%. That's 100% it is. This is Jericho's self-indulgent bullshit being catered to by a billionaire baby. That's all this is. That's all this is. Jericho gets to live out all his fucked up, twisted, self-indulgent ideas. And Tony Khan lets him do it. I don't get it. It sucks. It continues to suck. The Learning Tree sucked. The fucking, was it the Pinnacle? What was the other one? The Jericho Appreciation Society sucked, but it's all about Jericho. The Learning Tree, all about Jericho. The problem with a faction is if that lead guy isn't willing to go under at some point, he just holds everyone back. Where's the bounty hunter? Can't find him. Where's Big Bill? He showed up on Monday. Right? Oh, Thunder Rosa. I like when I get to see Thunder Rosa on wrestling. That's amazing. Go Thunder. As there is beef between Thunder Rosa and Persephone, so maybe Stat does get the win thanks to Thunder. Smaller venue. Yeah, 100%. Again, let your ego go. Book the small venue. Stack them. Fill them up. Every little fucking town. And it will help get your product over. Because when people tune in and they see that energy, they're going to want to be a part of it. If your tickets, like, again, you're never challenged to get an AEW ticket, right? If you wanted to get an AEW ticket to the Mexico show tonight, I bet you still could right now. You know? Very few times in the last couple years, at least, complete sellouts. That we have no room for anybody. But if you made your ticket high demand, A, you can keep the price down and sell the value of the ticket. And then B, you can actually say sold out. Sorry, we had to turn people away. It's better for business. It's better presentation. It's better energy. It's a better vibe. And then what you do after several months of like, shit, we're selling out everywhere. All right, we're going to do some bigger shows. Maybe we'll sprinkle in some, stadiums or, some bigger arenas for some of our other shows now. See how they do. And see now, did you cause enough of a logjam? Did you cause enough of excitement to get people through the door? That's just marketing, folks. That's just how to put yourself out there. That's how, again, supply and demand matters. And if you always have a surplus of supply, it's only in the customer's benefit. and it generates very little excitement. A lot of people, run on FOMO. FOMO, to be clear. But yeah, a lot of people run on that, and if you're not going to kind of make them, if they always feel like, fuck, I'll just get the discount ticket next week. The WWE is experiencing the same problem, guys. Right? It's just, they got, they've still got 20,000 tickets available. I'll wait until they discount them. There's you have too much supply and not enough demand, and you got to find a way to jar up that demand by limiting the supply. So my drug dealer told me. But Saturday on Collision is the start of the Continental Cup tournament. Again, I don't like that they're doing it. Starting on Collision just starts it on the wrong foot. Sends everybody the message that it's unimportant. That's my honest opinion. I feel like a brother to Jericho. We're both from Winnipeg. I love Jericho for years. I'm just so mad at the selfishness and the ego of Chris Jericho in his later years. I don't feel like he's adequately or legitimately giving back to anybody but himself. And he still wants to prove we're not done. Jericho's getting a title run before he's gone. Like any time within the next couple years, Jericho will be the champion. Andy is a good kid. Shout out, Andy. Darby time. All right, you're too long. I can't read all your shit. There you go. Darby and Jeff Hardy have mastered crumble physics. Oh, just so crazy. So crazy. And they just bounce. They just hit things and crumble. The one thing AEW is doing better than WWE is intro music, for sure. 9 times out of 10. And AEW has some bangers, right? Like Ciampa's new shit's good. The Def Rebel problem is a problem, and they don't care. Boo! When Jericho toured around with the Painmaker face paint, turned around with the Facemaker paint, I dead ass fell out of bed. I was dying, bro. I popped and not like I thought it was ridiculous. Like literally, like it felt like the drunken uncle playing like peekaboo kind of vibes. Like, what are we doing? This is so weird. It's cringy. It might have been cool a decade ago, but nobody's afraid of you, Jericho. Like, it's not. And you're going up against Ciampa. You think, ooh, the Painmaker, he might. No. Then he won. What the fuck are we doing? You're hurting my logic. My brain is swollen because of your stupidity. I don't know what I'm doing with my career, Jericho. I almost want to offer like an edit of Chris. Everything I do is amazing, even if you don't think so, Jericho. Oh, here come the yummies. I don't want to miss one. Persephone thicker than a Snickers up here. Persephone for the win. Did I pull that poll down? No. Did I put it up? No, probably not. Y2J needs Chucky. Don't tempt them. Thunder in the crowd. And the Thunder Road. This match is a bakery. Damien. We've corrupted Damien. He used to be such a good kid. Damien. Sadly, Mox will be champ again as well. Yes. And he might take the belt from Ospreay. That would blow my mind, but he will be champ again for sure. They love him. New champ again, Y2J. It will happen. I'm talking about the chaos in the ring, fam. This match has been cooking all night. A lot of chaos, a lot of good, like a lot of fun. This match is a good match. I don't dislike it. Now, Persephone getting a little sidetracked, but I mean, there's another story to be told here, so. Now, I will say this, folks. We are still rolling. Just going to. Boop. You can still hear me. I am still here. I will continue to click through the chats. I just need a moment. But how is everyone doing on a Wednesday night? We are getting, I don't know, closer, maybe closer. It is now 10:06. So your guess is as good as mine on this one. When we actually get this wrapped up, the show it may never end. This show may never end as Stat going for the pin. Sheeta takes out Stat. With the Mexican national belt. As Persephone sets up on the outside. Springboard frog splash. Official still not there. 3, a long 3. But Stat gets taken out by Sheeta. Sheeta rocking her Harry Potter glasses tonight. Give me my belt. Persephone gets the win. Stat hit her knee hard. Pause. Persephone has CMLL Women's Champion for 154 days so far. She's great. She's really good. She's going to do great in WWE when she gets there. She can challenge Stephanie Vacourt. KJ needs a moment from all this good. Yeah, I'm overwhelmed on a Wednesday with all the excitement, all the fun, that I just need a moment, folks. And I know you can still hear me. You can't see my pretty face at the moment, but I am here in spirit. KJ, bored of this match. Maybe a little. I mean, it broke down to an angle, right? Decent match, good storytelling. Oh, wait. Who was that? And they didn't kill her. They hit her with a belt. Why are we overreacting? Oh, it's Maya World. Maya Hotchkiss. That name sounds so made up. TNA has, if anyone got that, high five. Enough talent for a credible women's division. They have a wealth of talent, Tay. They have so many good tag teams. They have so many good women. They could really do more than their women's division. AEW books the women worse than any other company out there, period. And brand. Like, I mean, Raw does it better. NXT does it better. TNA, MLW, all of them highlight their women better than AEW does. Women seem to be an afterthought in AEW, with the exception of maybe anything involving Monet. As now we go back to Mark Davis, who was mad at Ospreay, I guess. What the hell was that? What an awful looking spot between Thunder and Persephone. That was so bad looking. The whole situation kind of broke down. It all looked a little shaky. It wasn't really sure who was supposed to go where. The ending, again, we were trying to build an angle that didn't make a whole lot of sense. If you just... I call that the TK special. Pause. To make it through the rest of the show. Yeah, little pick me up. No, sorry. My re-up involves something completely different and way more fun, less harmful. Need about it might make me sleepier though. It might make me sleepier. That is true. I don't think we've got a vote section on screen. Maybe not. I might have forgot. Oh, so up next, the trios title. Oh my God! Like, what are we doing? I don't care. All right. Here comes Hangman with a special entrance. The fuck? What are we doing? Yeah, that's an ongoing issue. I've talked about that a million times. He's not like a long-standing lucha. He doesn't have a lucha family. He's from fucking Michigan. What the? Why? Why? Like, help me understand. But Tony lets him do it. And it's gross. I bet that mask smells disgusting. It is raw. Like, I can't take him serious. I don't take him serious. Like, I understand. I see Ray in a mask. It's Ray. But this is Excalibur. Nobody even knows. Like, how ugly are you that you won't take that fucking thing off in public? 7 days late. But they acted like Stat was dead. She took a belt shot. Relax. Hello, folks. Did you miss me? Reminder, folks, we are back tomorrow, 8:45 p.m., as we bring you TNA Should be a fun show. Nick and Anthony getting into it. We're getting a face-to-face, maybe even a contract signing between Jeff Hardy and Nick Nemeth. Don't forget, Lethal Lockdown's coming down. The Nemesis will take on the Hardys. So, yeah, we're looking forward to all that. Be here for it. Don't miss out. And then Friday, of course, 7:30 for SmackDown. Kevin Owens is back, and that's all that matters. CM Punk should be in the building. What will Cody Rhodes do? What will Sammy be up to? It's a lot going on Friday, so I'm curious and excited to see it. All right, let me find the right graphic, and I'll put a poll up for this one. You guys can let me know who's going to leave here as Trios champion. And the Demand, who just won it not that long ago, maybe at Redemption, maybe dropping those titles because, again, Adam Page is a made man, so wouldn't shock me. Hangman. Blue. Oh, Dido. As they will take on the current champs, the Demand. The Demand underrated. Ricochet took a loss recently to Jericho. I'll throw nobody in because I feel like nobody's winning. Let me know. How you feeling out there? How are things? Team Hangman, Adam Page for the win. Hangman. And them winning tonight. Shake my head. This was a terrible ending. Way to make Statlander look completely weak. She was down for like the 20 count. Yeah. Again, consistency, proper storytelling. If, you can't have someone get murdered and bounce right back up, but a chair, a belt shot decapitates somebody. Like, consistency is key. No, I hate it, bro. What fame is he protecting? Nobody knows who he is. He's not famous. It's ridiculous. So when Bandito defending the Ring of Honor World title, who knows? Probably at All In. What in the Del Taco? What is a street fight with no outside interference? A street fight is a match with no rules, but you added a rule, putting them in a cage if you want no outside interference, you morons. Valid. Why Ospreay's doing a street fight with Mark Davis, who he doesn't have beef with. On Wednesday, we saw Pac had a problem. But you have Pac in a fucking 8-man match that meant nothing when you could have done Pac Ospreay in a match, even if it's a street fight, though I don't want Ospreay in a street fight right now. But Pac makes more sense because there's an issue there. Or you do Ospreay versus Garcia or Ospreay versus Yuta. Why is he fighting Mark Davis as the big man? Brody King. Sit down, backflip, arm drag. Yes, you heard it correct. And the Demand all gets chucked out to the floor. Tag to Bandito. And I think Bandito's going to fly as the crowd goes nuts. Should have never broke Brodito up. Should have never taken the belts off them. Give them the belts back. They are more exciting, more interesting champs than Copeland and Christian. They are more exciting and more interesting champs than the Bucks. And now we help. Look, everyone's standing there like that hurts. Hurts my heart. My buddy Willie in the chat. I know you don't love watching that. Everyone just waiting. Like, at least do like the wobbly thing, right? Oh, finish him. But everyone just standing watching everyone high five and set up a move. If there's a human being flying at me and I can see him, I'm going to get out of the way. I'm going to Samoa Joe it. As we start the Macarena, hey, I didn't even notice a little double. One of the mini houses has snuck into Dynamite. Screw this show. I'm going to get a frappe. Get me one, bro. Hook me up. Lurking. I think AB has his cap button broke. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate AB trying to get in there, but the giant capped question comments with it's a lot. I want Statlander to go to NXT. She's not getting treated right in AEW. Stat's a woman with the right training, with the right production, could be a star. You know, you look what happened. Like, look how good Zarya looks right now. Look how good others are now. Somebody will point out Jordan Grace, not so much, but Jordan got hurt. So shit happens. Adam Page, the Caucasian gardener. We call those landscapers. Bro, MD has joined the festivities. Just hit that surprise run in mid match. Let's go. MDB. I feel like you've been MIA, not MDB. If you, I feel for you, man. This Evan show could be so good at the potential, and they just do the dumb shit. They're booking for. I truly believe they are booking for immaturity, immature fan base, immature storytelling. I think when you grow up a billionaire's kid, maybe you don't mature, and Tony's like 44 years old. Tony Khan's older than me, and Tony Khan acts like he's 12. Which, hey, shout out to youthful exuberance, but it might not make for the best booking. But I told you before, Paul, if Tony Khan's in Gorilla loving it, that's all that matters. He doesn't care who hates it, who hates on it. He'll always have guys like Meltzer who will just verbally make him feel better. You know where I'm going with that. It's not good. It's not good. And there's just so much talent wasted. And that's the hard part to swallow as a fan. It is fucking brutal. Dunkzilla anyway. What's a Dunkzilla? That's a great question. Wait.
Great question. Love where your head's at.
Great question. Love where your head's at. Oh, we definitely going to 11. They got a match going at 10:15. We are screwed. It's 10:18, and we still have a street fight to come. I don't get it. You announce, watch our weekly 2-hour show, and it goes 2.5 hours. You say, come watch our special 2-hour and 30-minute show, and you go 3 hours. What is with the bait and switch? What is with the lying? Is it the idea that at 10:05, if we're still doing shit, people won't tune out? Because I think that's a bad strategy. I don't think that works. AEW, where we just stand here and let you hit us. I hate it. It's such a pet peeve. Like, I don't mind the high-flying shit. I love lucha wrestling. You guys know that. It's just, what you see in good lucha wrestling is, yeah, a guy goes outside, but him and the other guy are fighting, and they don't see him coming. Or they're wobbly. They're fighting to get to their feet. And as they're stunned, they look up, and there's a human. I get that. That's it. That's textbook. But when they're all just standing still going, now? All right. It looks so bad. It's amateur. Groggy. Jose, I heard in a pop, but I didn't see it. AEW trio matches where one guy does something and the rest of us have to do it also. Is this the fourth trios match tonight? Like, what's the official count on how many wrestlers appeared on Dynamite tonight? Hornswoggle. You really don't want to know the answer to the question. It's supposed to be a play on Badungadunk. Dunkzilla, yeah. I thought he was being funny. Jordan fell from Grace. She really did. I thought they should have left her in NXT a little longer, to be honest. I didn't think she had a great rivalry with Blake Monroe. I think they rushed her up to the main roster, and then she gets hurt. Now they're kind of stuck with, like, what do we do? I think Jordan could have used some more time in NXT. Sam Roberts. Facts. Oh, Toa breaks it up. Oh, there they go. Oh, there goes Bandito. Everybody runs in the ring. Everyone gets tossed out of the ring. Now we're back on the outside of the ring. I think for all the complaining I do about Dynamite, the one thing I wish, like, out of everything, can you please just stay in the ring a little more? You leaving the ring overcompensates for your lack ability to do it in the ring. And it doesn't work. Fred Williams and Hornswoggle and hate Peter Dinklage. Brad, I think you meant, not Fred. Yeah, they hate Peter. Peter was making that bank, and then he kind of foo-fooed other people. Williams was supposed to be one of the seven dwarfs, and Peter Dinklage kind of, according to him, kind of foo-fooed it. So, yeah, there's some bitterness. Let us work, damn it. So instead, we got weird, creepy CGI fucking dwarfs. So it's emo cowboy in the Mexicools, right? It's funny because Adam Page is the least cool guy in any group he's in. Jokes. Yeah.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Jokes. The crowd's action didn't match the noise in the arena. The crowd this has been like, the crowd's kind of, now they're cheering. There's a not bad smattering, but it's not the same energy as it was 2 hours ago. Hang out this Saturday for AAA. Nice. Go check that out, folks. Do we see Blake Christian, Lee Johnson, and Jay Lethal twist get involved? I hope not. I'm mad this match is happening right now. It's 10:23, and I'm bored. And I feel like this is one of the crowd pops for the spots, but there's been a lot of downtime where they haven't really been making noise. Why does TK play in our face when it comes to show lengths? It's all these he has the concept, but he doesn't know how to put it in practice, right? We used to do overruns, and this way people didn't know when the main event started. He's like, that's really cool. I'm going to do that every fucking week. I'm going to start matches in the overrun and have commercials. So it's like he heard about a cool thing that once happened, but he never really learned on how to execute it. So this is his way to do it. I'll start a match with 3 minutes left in a pre-show, and the fans will be shocked when it's not done in time. No, that's stupid. You start the match with 15 minutes left in the pre-show, and then we are stunned that the final 3 minutes of this match ended up on the main show. Folks, the show's supposed to start, but we got chaos. Oh, my God. But you can't do that when you're like, we're about to start a match, and it's going to bleed into our pay-per-view. Just looks like you're stupid. Looks like whoever made this show's dumb. Wait, you fucked up your opening match? What the fuck? Really? Same thing with the overruns. We're going to an overrun, folks. Up next, a promo by two guys. What? What? What do you mean? You didn't get your world champion on the show during the show? And I heard people like Jim Cornette just belly aching. No, I don't PVR anything. I don't know how many people out there still PVR. But he said he not only had to record the show after Dynamite, but the show after Dynamite. And so he still missed the ending of the match. So your fans, you're making your fans jump through loops to watch nothing of value. The crowd's just faded. I'm faded. How are we feeling out there? Oh, shit. Khan has all three guys. And one of them's 320 pounds. Brody, that is. That is cool. Yeah, tell us something we don't know. Amen, brother. You do watch us. Smash it. Let's go, folks. Because we're not even close to done. I feel like we got at least another 20 minutes to go. Does he go in past the 11 o'clock hour? And yeah, is that the right strategy? You guys let me know out there right now as far as a fan. Do you feel like the strategy of duping us into watching to the end, hoping we stick around, it's just tell us what you're doing to an extent? right? Like, I don't get it. We got shit to do. Don't use the mini to rally the crowd. Can't see him, bro. Well, for all the AEW fans that were really upset about mini housings, we got a mini, we got a mini Turo running around right now. Oh, no, can't do it. Oh, look, they're gonna do it. He's just watching it happen. But we get the buckshot into the fisherman. And the world new champions. Told you. Man. And Bro Dito get the W. The Demand just got those titles back. Big win for Bro Dito and Adam Page. They are now very likely to be on the All-In card. And the Little Devil. Let's go. We still... You see this moment, and you see the smoke, the steam, and you see the energy, and you're like, all right, good night, folks. No, we still have a street fight, a meaningless street fight to come. Rants, what do you got for me? 1,000% Statlander needs to leave AEW. Never look back. She's too good to be treated the way she is. Stat in WWE, instant megastar. I feel that way a little bit about Willow. I feel like on a lower or lesser degree, like Sky Blue, Julia, and a Jay are talents that could go to NXT and really learn and take their natural gifts and enhance them and really add some wrestling repertoire, wrestling knowledge to their repertoire. There are a few talents. Like we've been talking a lot about Sammy Guevara. Does he stay or does he go? But Sammy would be a guy that, with some production and some teaching could take his natural abilities and do it better. As now we're doing the Macarena, and Ricochet still sucks. As we go to commercial, ladies and gentlemen, it is 10:29, and we have yet to start the street fight. So the question here tonight I'm throwing out to the fans is, how do you feel about it? Like, if every week Dynamite's supposed to be 2 hours but goes 2:15, 2:25, and so your show is just 2+ hours, period. That's not really an overrun. But on a night where you're like, okay, we're going to go 2.5 hours, can't Tony just do the 2.5 hours? Does he have to tack on the additional 20 minutes? All right, we're giving the fans an extra 30 minutes tonight on Grand Slam because big show. We want to do good. And I know some fans want to spend. How do you complain about more wrestling? Because less is more. I think once in a while, leaving the fans wanting more is something that you probably should do. I always equate things to music around here. It's like a really good song when it's banging and bumping. You want it to be longer. It feels too short, and you play it back. That's what we need from AEW at times. Again, it just feels like crazy indulgent, but as a fan, it doesn't say like this is cool shit. It feels like this company doesn't know what they're doing. But yeah, ultimately, I'm confused by a lot of it. It's another trios match. Just hit the like. The announcer is tired. The crowd is hyped, and the booking team is throwing 6-man chaos at us like confetti. Yeah, here's my example. And here's the final part about the whole duration of the show. Are there not things on this show that if they weren't on this show would be fine? Did we need the Death Riders match? Either one. Did we need 4 multi-person matches? Right? Do we need all of these trios and 8-mans? As this Saturday, Ace Austin will take a loss to Claudio, and Matt Sydal will take a loss to Orange Cassidy. Why is Matt Sydal in this tournament? Why does Matt Sydal matter? Why is Eddie Kingston in this tournament? Jake Doyle makes sense, but Eddie Kingston coming back, but they're bringing him to Collision. It's main event time, says Excalibur. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you roasting my toast posties? What are we doing? 8:22 p.m. here. Mega feeling it. I've been in a lot of street fights growing up, and it looks nothing like what wrestling in every company puts on. Oh, 100%, my guy. Yeah, you're right. No weapons. The bullshit. Where are the good weapons? Here comes Osprey. Oh, this kills me. You're doing all your... I know I'm harping on this, but it's just eating at me. But I feel like you're doing all your main event shit. Osprey, Kenny. Last week, Osprey, Kenny. Previous week, Osprey, Kenny, Moxley. You're doing all your main event shit super late in the show. And beyond what we think the show's going to be. Is that not... like? I mean, that's got to be a part of the equation, right? Like, here's your best guy, and he's coming out, people give up on shows. Like, what are we doing? And it's a guaranteed Osprey win. And Davis is going to kick the living shit out of him. And he's going to find a way to win. And that's it. It's predictable. It's making us stay up late just for an exhibition of pageantry and gymnastics. Is it worth it? The counts are in English, KJ. The counts are in English. Thank you. I put a comma in there for no reason. Going to the new Buffalo Stadium this week for the opening practice. Should be good. I didn't know you were another Buffalo guy. Interesting. Same for Willow, her and Stat in WWE under the right toolage. I believe Willow should be a merchandising monster even in this company. That should be a slam dunk for this company. She is so over as a baby face. Oh, Mark Davis got a chair. I think we're going to get another jump start because why not? I want someone in AEW to start a match with a fucking collar and elbows. Shock me. As we're fighting on the ramp again, just like several other matches tonight. The crowd noise does not match the crowd in AAA. I agree with it. Like, I got you. I think you already said that, right? But I agree. And I feel like they've tapered off in the last little bit. See if they wake up for this one. You can take Speedball off the screen now. I wish. Well, I mean, I could, but I'm busy. 100% of the chatter is going Will Ospreay. This exciting, unpredictable AEW. 100% is going Will Ospreay. I'm shocked. Shocked, folks. Shocked. You mean Will Ospreay is going to take the W here? No way. I don't see that coming. What are we going to do? Oh, no, KJ lost his voice. It's coming and going. It's been a lot of wrestling this week, but it's more, the more I yell, the more it's all just build up. Lack of drinking, talking too much. All right, I'm going to have a drink. Devin called me out on my sore throat. Yeah, we did, we were here Saturday, Sunday, all last week. I think so we're on a hot streak right now. Raw had a lot of happening, a lot of reasons to yell. Feeling it. I got a vacay coming up, so I'm looking forward to it. Get some R&R. Another trios match, which means, dude, stop capping. I don't know why. It's starting to, like, hit the cap button. Sophisticated. I said the same thing earlier. When it's sophisticated, say, you can take, right? Oh, Will Ospreay has a tire, which is ironic because we're all fucking tired. Dad joke of the night. I'm fucking tired from this shit. I don't hate this show because it was just like crammed of like chaos, right? Like it's like junk food. Like it's been great, but it's terrible for you. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Cat-like agility, says Nigel, one of the competitors in the Continental Cup. Yeah, you heard me. Just wetting the panties for this one. But I know Nick's pumped, which, I mean, I'm sure we'll debate at some point. Ole, 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 ole. Ole. Is anyone having fun? Ba, 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 ba. There you go. There you go. There you go, Frankie. And sophisticated. Asking ye shall receive. I'm getting to it. I got you. Today's episode of the Internet Idiots. You're not a main eventer if you can't do mid-card stuff. And just because people like you, don't make you popular. Said the guy with no friends. What the fuck are we talking about? What do you mean? Just because people like you don't make you popular. Yeah, in high school that might be true. But in wrestling, when they like you, they cheer for you. When they cheer for you, you're over. And no matter what the internet fans think, over is over. You can hate you can hate the bloodline, you can hate the what, you can hate whatever the fuck they do, but over is over. That's where I even get handcuffed. A night like tonight, 80% of the shit they did was over with the fans that were in the building. Therefore, they're doing well. People are going to leave here going, I was entertained. Now, I'm not that entertained, but they're entertained. So whether I like it or not, over is over. Popular is popular. Jokes. Bussin'. Bro. Someone near and dear to my heart loves using bussin'. Actually, it's been a while, but it's like nails on a chalkboard. Are you guys allowed to drink on air? Like liquid in general, or are we talking adult beverages? Because the answer is yes, kind of, no. As we go to pitcher and pitcher, it is 10:39 on a Wednesday fucking night. We go to pitcher and pitcher, and they're in the crowd. They're in the stands. By the way, remember, this is a no interference street fight. Anything goes except people showing up, which is crazy because they just, like, that's the whole thing about the Continental Cup and Classic. No interference, no outside interference. But that's the rule for every like, it is so dumb. So completely dumb. And I don't understand why certain people don't understand how dumb it is. When you keep announcing that you do tournaments that are no interference allowed, but every wrestling match is supposed to be no interference allowed, unless otherwise stipulated. Do you see the dilemma? So now you're saying in a regular run of the week match, anybody can run in at any time, blah, 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 blah. But in our tournaments, our sacred matches, no. We say no. It's always against the rules. It's never supposed to happen. Bullshit. KJ, yeah, in high school, good times. Shit. Depends. Speedball looking at me like you already big guy. ABJ is not a real person. Yeah, it feels very bot behavior, though. He's been around for a while. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Watch out, fan. Someone called Goodyear. LOL. What? Was there a blimp? Or what I miss? Idiots on X. Jokes. They are AEW. What do you mean? Let's correct that real quick. Bro, the fans about to get paid if that wasn't scripted. Flying, yeah. I hope the fans okay. As we come back to the action, we're at top of the stairs. This is exactly where I want my main event babyface to be. As he gets hit with a, oh my God, he's rolling. Shut up, Shivani. Fuck is Shivani's fault. As he got hit with a piece of drywall or like cork ceiling, and he rolled all the way down the stairs. And Tony Schiavone shit his pants. AEW serial killer on the news loves this match. Facts. So dumb. So dumb.
So dumb.
So dumb. TK announced he's having 2 tournaments every year, Continental Classic, Continental Cup. Why? But right next to each other. All right, do one in February and do one in the fall. Right? Do one in March and do one in the fall. Why do one in August and one in fucking October? Stupid shit. Oh. Ospreay goes for the, oh. Nice super kick. Little cheeky around the corner boot. I liked it. Crowd's gone a little quiet again. Man. AW fans need to turn mint. Tournament. Yeah, right. If they keep running into fans, they're going to turn them in a big way. Have you seen my Briscoe? Oh, Nair. Yeah, Briscoe MIA on the chicken coop or in the chicken farm as, oh, wait a minute.
We got a bleeder!
Ospreay leaking. Getting blood all in that salad. What are we doing? We say nay to run-ins in tournaments. Yeah, it's so weird. Like, it's like standard practice, right? Like, it is odd. Like, it's like if the police put out notices of, like, February, do not murder. Like, all right, I didn't realize we could do it all the other times. Like, the fuck are we talking about? I don't have a what are we doing? But shout out to the inspiration behind so dumb. But thank you, sir. Stop capping, bro. This chat is totally, dude. What? I don't even know what to say to you anymore. King and Queen of the Ring wasn't terrible. As Ospreay is just like, is he over bleeding, or is he doing everything he can to push out as much blood out of his face? He's bleeding a ton. But I think he's doing like the, like he's trying to push out a poop. And he just pops up after all the blood and all the damage. Drop toe hold into the chair. David should be world champion. Chair to rope to springboard cutter. Look pretty. Not bad. Based on tonight, let's put Davis in the main event of the pay-per-view. That's brutal, bro. I'm on commercial break. In a 45-minute. I can't believe we're in a 15-minute overrun on a 2.5-hour show. As now, oh my God. We're going full AEW pay-per-view.
We got a bleeder!
Bleeder number 2. And then he eats the fork with the blood on it. It's a lot of bloodletting ritual in AEW. It concerns me. Has anyone else thought about that? A lot of drinking of the blood, a lot of sharing of the blood. Like, I know you can't insult anybody in the group. Is this very cult-like? I'm concerned. Is this a blood cult? It could be. They love licking each other's blood. No. No. Way too deep. Keep rolling. Rolling. Was that all the rollings? 2 count. Slinky match. Right. Probably smelled like fucking potpourri. Ospreay wins, and maybe we see Kenny and Mox 6 out of 10. I'm a positive guy, reader. I don't know, man. Dunkzilla cursing. TK running 2 yearly tournaments now, Continental Classic and Continental Cup. But that's the same. Like it's so dumb. It doesn't feel like. Plus, what is he owing? Is he owing done? Booking like a trying to rebuild the universe or some. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't get it. As Davis got barbed wire and just pounding on Ospreay, who pops right up because none of that hurt, and he saboos him. Saboos him. One of my favorite moves in wrestling, chucking the chair in the face. As Ospreay goes out to the apron with the big man. I think he'd like take a minute to catch his breath. He'll be joining next week. I don't know, buddy. Oh, we'll see. We got a schedule the upkeep around here. Great balls of fire. Let's go. That's hilarious. Deep cut from Spazzer. Yeah. Oh, now we got the back scratches. Oh, now we go to the barbed wire back scratches. Okay, that's not my cup of tea. Ew. They're trying to kill each other. This is going to be better than his match at All In. As he grabs him by the dick. He's got him by the Richard. I've seen a punt to the tonight, and we also saw a big old dick grab. The babyface grab the heels. The crowd goes wild. Cheering a big old Richard grab. And Tony Giovanni has never been so excited. Somewhere out there, Dave Meltzer just filled a tube sock. Should have been me. Should have been me. How are you going to choose with no sweat? Right? The sticks. It's called a schmear. I don't know what they're chanting now. The out here dropping takes like meteor strikes. Are you trying to be like a battle rapper? Are these your bars in chat form? Oh, we got a fork. I'm forked. All right. And he kicks out. How dare you kick out at 10:49 p.m.? There's a lot of wet floor sign in the ring. No, Jose, he's not real. I swear on everything. Who's not real? Don't short yourself. Oh, I mean, a nice little sequence here. And oh my God, that pile driver by Davis is vicious. That doesn't end matches. It's disgusting. Like, it's crazy that doesn't end matches. That DDT should be a finisher. Not DDT, pile driver. My bad, I misspoke. But that pile driver should be a finisher. Lights out, done. Nobody kicks out of that. Just make it protected. Yeah, facts. Reverse purge. Oh, shit. This is better than the pay-per-view shit we just got. Why wasn't this at Redemption? Matches like this show you what a bad booker Tony is, and people think it shows what a good booker he is. Styles clash. He kicks out again. He kicks out again. I can't take it. I can't take this shit. What is happening?
So dumb.
So dumb. It's a great match, though. I hate that it's so good.
What kind of shit is that?
And the hidden blade, finally. Not Mark Davis's giant pile driver. The soft elbow to the back of the head. Ospreay gets the win. We got more blood. AEW installs complimentary forehead zippers. Holy shit. Half the AEW roster is going to look like the Butcher by the end of the fucking career. So Kenny Ospreay, it is 10:52 p.m. Eastern time. This is how their pay-per-view should feel. Like not like everything outside of their big four. Like when they do Redemption or fucking Dynasty, World's End, it should be like this, like a 3-hour banger of a pay-per-view, just matches. No time to fuck around. But Davis is down and out. Ospreay celebrates. Getting ready for Kenny at All In. Hopefully they had enough others. Yeah, that always concerns me, Michael. Maybe, I don't know. I get real. It's cringy. I don't want it. I don't want to see blood. What happened to we're not going there tonight. Just again, make sure you tell people you love them. Give them a hug if they need it. Be there for people, but I don't want to get into it. Next up, we're going to learn to floss using barbed wire. The show just comes to an end with Ospreay bowing, and we go to a Tampax commercial, ironically. With all that blood everywhere, it's been that kind of night. I apologize. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the show. And we take a rating out of 10 for every single show we cover. Let me know, what did you like? What didn't you like? What was good? What was bad? What was in between? We'll go over it quickly, and then we will get out of here tonight. Back tomorrow for TNA, 8:45 p.m. Should be a fun one. Lots going on in TNA. Lots of news. Anthony's been dying to unload. So, pause. But Nick and Anthony are going to have a fun one with it all. But yeah, let me know how you felt about this show. You heard my commentary as we went. Tonight was a lot of stuff without substance, but it wasn't boring. Low key, can't wait for AAA and Roman. Absolutely, why not? It's going to be crazy. Who would have thunk it? Would you put your main event in jeopardy for this? No. Plus, it makes, like, to me, now Kenny and Ospreay have to outdo that match. If Kenny and Will are not as good as that match, you're setting a bar so close to the pay-per-view. You're putting him in weird positions he doesn't need to be in. And like I said, I would tolerate it more if he was fighting someone like one of the Death Riders. Ospreay and Moxley, did they interact at all tonight? I don't think so. I could be wrong. I don't remember it. So to keep the storytelling going, Moxley or, Will Ospreay versus Pac in a street fight. Great. At least if you're going to risk the injury, it's for a match that matters. We were trying to tell a story. He got bumped the wrong way. He got hurt. It sucks, but we were trying. That I can live with. That's the job. But hey, our main eventer, our babyface that we're going to give a hometown win to at our major pay-per-view blew something out because we gave him a nothing match with a nobody that meant nothing. Oh, good. Oh, good. Where are we going with it? Speaking of deep cuts, yeah, facts. All right, not the balls. That was a tight grip, yo. We should hook up Will Ospreay with Mika. This is just ridiculous to have Ospreay perform this match tonight. I'm with you. Fans are going to say they love it. Some fans are going to say match of the year candidate. It was a good match. It was fun. It was messy. Why is it happening here, though? In the realm of trying to make all this make sense. And I'll say it one more time. If you threw in a Death Rider, I still don't love it, but at least it's leading somewhere. They just gave Ospreay a really good bloody win for nothing. And that match was highly entertaining. And if that match was on Redemption might be a little better. Redemption sucked. Thought we banned Joey Ryan. Collectively. I did too. Why? Did we see Joey Ryan? Holy shit. Roman is going to AAA. AAA is doing a tournament, and the winner, yeah, that's 100% true, Wesley. They announced it today. There will be a Lucha tournament. The winner gets Roman. And you like AAA, who also does the same stuff. Me? I do like AAA, and they do some of the same stuff. I feel like AAA is so tied into the stories, though. I really do. I mean, with the heritage and the lineage. And yeah, we get high flying matches. And yes, they're a little more liberal, similar to AEW with the high flying side of things and just everything breaking down into chaos. But I always feel like everything kind of for a reason. Maybe I'm wrong. Osprey, we could have kicked him or punched him, but instead he goes for the twigs and berries. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. Just end it. Kill it. KJ, a botched Canadian destroyer through reality itself. All right, buddy. Ref told him to get up. He lifted him up. So forking mad about it all. Javon Evans is also 21 and not expected to be the guy at Boston. How did Javon get into this? What did I miss? But you like Javon, who does the same stuff. Oh, I see. Presentation matters. Booking matters. I could understand why somebody would be a really big fan of Javon and not quite get Osprey, because Javon having, kind of being produced and kind of controlled and not just shoved down our throat doing random shit every week. I think that changes your perception. Though I don't fully agree, but I could see why. Another pile driver. That pile driver is a killer. The fact that everybody kicks out of that pile driver is disgusting. Like when you say this is where the best wrestle, this is the best pro wrestling. Those are some of the cardinal pro wrestling rules they fuck up every week. If Mark Davis hits that pile driver, match over. Nobody kicks out of that fucking pile driver. But it's just a transition move that within 30 seconds, the guy that took it is showing no ill effects. And I'm sorry, I will always hold back on my rating with AEW because of stuff like that. I know some of the fans really don't care, but you got to at least look like you've been put through a beating outside of, a smear of blood across your forehead and a bit of sweat. Like wobble a little, stagger a little, look like you're in pain a little. You jump right up and start doing shit. Takes me out of it. Me personally, takes me out of it. Rift mode activated. There's a time and place for that, Boston, but when you're the main event guy and I expect more flippy dippy and moves, facts. And on top of that, did not Moxley teach him to be a ground and pound type of guy? What happened to that? This is the fifth match between these two men. For sure, they got a history. I would agree with that. And I don't hate the match. I don't really hate any match tonight. There was a couple matches I was really disinterested in, but I did not nothing was bad match-wise unless you look at it from that what is pro wrestling traditional scope. Like to the fans in the building, those matches were solid. They were entertaining, they were fun. Yeah, let it go. So yeah, I struggle because of the glaring obvious issues, but the fans that paid enjoyed it. I'm gonna give this is probably one of the better Dynamites of the year, just because it didn't fuck around too much with bad storytelling, just matches, and you decide whether you or not you enjoyed the match. Osprey Davis was fun. Should have started earlier. Probably shouldn't be on this show, but it was fun. It had big moments. It wouldn't end because they don't know how. It's like a mini one, not full. I'm not fully there. I'm like almost there. Meanwhile, MD is phasing in and out of the universe, holding back. Dude, I don't care. Fun facts: the DDT is the first finisher to be overused. It's right up there, and that used to be one of the most protected finishers in the world. Jake hit that. No, but nobody got up. And there's classic stories about, like, we were laying there, he's selling the move. My snake's wrapping around him. Yeah, pause. Great match. Let's go. 7-1. I haven't even got to the ratings. Let's go. 7 out of 10. I got to move my ass. You guys are awesome, though. Keep the chat always busy. Don't forget, you can comment on all these videos after the fact. 6 out of 10 for me tonight. Very anticlimactic. I'm going to go 7. I'll go 7. I could even get pulled into like 7.5, but I'm stopping there. MJF came back, but MJF comes back to a disappointing circumstance. So it's amazing MJF came back. People are going to use that as one of the reasons why tonight's show was so good is MJF came back. But imagine KO came back and they announced. If they announce that KO is in a battle royal to be the number 1 contender, I will say the exact same shit I'm saying right now. But MJF being the biggest needle mover in your company is going to be in the Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal. What? Really? Why not him, Andrade, one-on-one, no bullshit, no fucking around, just a match. Just a match. And let all the youngsters that haven't had belts jump into the Casino Battle Royal. The fuck are we doing? 6 out of 10, 0 above, 7 out of 10 from Damien, 8 out of 10. I mean, it was good, 6 out of 10, but it lacks vibe, feel. There was moments where I kind of mentally checked out. Hashtag WFU. All right, we're going to get past that. Bailey, AW or TNA, AW. You can't blame booking on weak-ass promo work. That's facts. Smash the button. Ospreay put himself through hell to get a foregone win. Yeah. And what does it do? Did it advance him in any way, shape, or form? He beat a guy we knew he was going to beat. Back to John Cena. Why? And the one question they don't ever seem to ask in AEW is, why? Why did we do this? I don't know. It's fun. It was really cool, man. I really liked it. It made me laugh. I smiled. It was cool, right? Why? Why did you do this? What is the purpose? What does it mean? Where does it go? No, it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. Stop. You're still wrong. Facts. Let's go. All right. Let's roll. 7 out of 10. At least you understand me. I know, there you go. Yin yang, we got it. KJ gets it. I'm about to, if all goes well. Hold on tight. Tony Khan is Thanos and Sid's son jokes. I enjoyed MJF's return. I like MJF. I just don't like where they're putting them. And if you're a diehard AEW fan, you got to understand, like, this is like taking one of your main eventers and putting them in nothing. Yeah, it's crazy. WWE is far better some days, not always. People calling this a pay-per-view show are idiots. It's a special show. It's an elevated Dynamite. It was booked like an elevated Dynamite. It was booked kind of like a pay-per-view, but I was told we were going 2.5 hours. We went 3 hours. It's crazy. The SummerSlam, leave it alone because it's not even a fair conversation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you as always. 5.5, 6, 8. Well, you guys have had a ton to say tonight. I love it. Get it. I'm gonna. But ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we're back at 8:45 tomorrow for TNA Impact. Anthony and Nick are gonna have a good one, and we will be here for SmackDown as well. Make sure you hit like, share, subscribe, be a friend, tell a friend, spread the word. We appreciate your love. We appreciate your time. I thank you for keeping me company on a Wednesday night. It has been a good time. I love when the chat is busy like this. I love seeing all the comments. But with all that being said, right, cha-ching. Where's it? Rich bitch! Tax season. But all that being said, check out all our socials. Like, share, subscribe. Do all the things. Don't miss a show. And nothing but love. I'm just stalling to find buttons. But with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, On behalf of Big Nick, on behalf of Ringsider Anthony, I'm Mr. Urbanite KJ White. We'll see you on the flip side. Good night. I almost feel bad. I almost feel bad that I didn't just hit the other button and go to bed. Tony kept us all night, and now here I am doing the same. What is wrong with me? What am I doing? I don't know, folks. Come back tomorrow, 8:45. Nothing but love. Man, that sucks.